Hello and welcome to another episode of Codo Cinema, the podcast show where I talk about movies. I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man. Well, it's a Friday, which is ironic because Friday is basically the end of the week, going into the weekend. But since today we have no classes, I might as well record another podcast episode. That's right, this is probably the first week that I'm doing a double episode. Well, I did one episode already on Wednesday. Now I got another episode for today, which is a Friday. Now, you're all probably wondering, Codo Man, what movie are you talking about? Well, I got multiple movies on my belt, and it's time to go back to the superhero genre, to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Phase 1. Dun-dun-dun. Dun 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 dun.
I didn't know he was actually going through with it. I didn't know he was going through with it.
I know. I got into the folks. I got into the moment, so I probably would. Actually, let me jump ahead. Da 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 da. Actually, I'm getting too ahead of myself. I'm just having a lot of fun here, folks.
You got 4 movies to cover to get to that one.
Well, yeah, I know that. But anyway, we have a full house. We have 6 people on board.
Bro, we're the Avengers.
Yeah, we're really the Avengers, man. Like, this is the Avenger podcast. Like, wow.
Yep, exactly. So first and foremost, Christian Taylor is back on board.
Hello, and I am very excited about this one. Like, this is crazy stuff, man. This is like uncharted territory. It's like this was like a since we found out earlier this week that like no classes for Friday, we were like, we gotta do something cool. So this is what we came up with, and like this is going to be very awesome.
Yes, it is. Plus, we also got Marshall Mathers back on board.
Ooh.
But we also got
Phase 3.
Okay, never mind. That Doctor Strange is Phase 3. I'm getting ahead of myself. But we also got Rashad Oliver back on board.
Oh,
Rashad,
yeah,
welcome back.
Yeah, it's pizza time.
Yep, and now
Wrong franchise still.
Oh wait, no, it was wrong one.
but still different universes until Phase 3, 4.
all right, we are jumping through different universes now. What is this? What is this? Codo Cinema and the Multiverse of Madness? All right. Anyway, we also got 2 other guest stars outside of WEIU that I want to introduce, and their names are Zach Wagner and Lex Pope. Zach, Lex, welcome to Codo Cinema.
Thanks. We're here, I guess.
Hi. We're talking about movies.
Yeah, we're talking about movies.
Yep.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
Little fun fact. We're all me, Zach, and Lex. We're also musicians here at EIU. So you may be thinking Codo Man's just all WEIU. Well, that may be true, but sometimes it's also good to add a little music to it as well because half of us are musicians.
Yeah, you know, Mark sometimes plays the violin.
Sometimes?
Sometimes. Only sometimes.
Yep.
I want Mark to be hired to help make the music for the next Avengers movie.
That's not. It's like 2020 something, man. That's the wrong way to go. It's not even 2030.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, and since we're talking about the MCU Phase 1, Zach, Lex, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, Marvel is like my top 5 franchises of movies.
Oh, we got here's top 4 now. I want all your top 5s right now.
Well, okay, so first off, it's Star Wars.
Okay, I'll let you slide.
all right. That
Second is Lord of the Rings.
okay. That
I'll let that slide. For a
I
minute.
can understand.
Third is Marvel.
Okay.
I thought that was 5.
No, I just said it was in the top 5.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know. I haven't really put much thought in the other 2, to be honest.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Top
Yeah.
3.
So yeah, top
That's
3.
fine.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
totally fine,
I guess
yeah.
the 4th would be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it to you. That's good. That's
I'll give you
good.
that. Yeah.
I'm gonna put the 5th as How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. Hey.
We actually gave that a mention not too long ago. We were talking about 5 good animated films, and we talked about the How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I personally like the movie, the soundtrack, not the movie.
Trust me, I love the soundtrack for How to Train Your Dragon. But go ahead, Lex.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm Lex Pope, and my favorite movies: Die Hard, Shrek 2, The Jaws.
Bro, you're in the wrong
Remix.
universe for this, man. You're in the wrong.
Hey, don't worry, Lex. I approve of your films that you just mentioned.
I don't.
Let's just go around and talk about some interesting facts that we know about Phase 1.
Okay,
Go off, Coda.
All right, go. All right. So anyway, we need to mention that the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1. We all need to keep this in mind. This was before Disney bought Marvel at the time. Now because
Marvel.
Because Phase 1 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe was partially by Paramount and Universal. Just a known fun fact. Because this is like pre-Disney at the time.
Yeah. So now, quick question: what year did Disney buy Marvel? I do not remember.
2012.
So around Avengers 1 came out
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't remember how long they've owned it for.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. It's almost a decade since Disney owned the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now it's been already a decade.
Yeah,
They
crazy.
bought
to
Star
think.
Wars like 2 years after.
That's true. That is also true. And
Where they got the
yeah,
money from that?
yeah. And any other fun facts? Any other fun facts around the horn, everybody?
Actually, I'll go first. So, fun fact: it's actually about me. I actually met Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky. And he was the sweetest dude ever. I met him at Wizard World Comic Con in St. Louis in 2018. I got my picture with him, and I literally have it in my dorm room. It was like one of the biggest highlights of my life. That guy was so awesome.
Nice.
Well, actually, if you get a chance to meet him, do it. He is awesome. The dude he cheers you up instantly. He's just a good
Did
dude.
he give you spoilers about Endgame?
Unfortunately, no.
All right, let's keep it going. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
All right, so I don't know if most people know this, but Don Cheadle's character in the MCU, what's his name? Rhodey?
Yeah, Rhodey.
Right? Was originally played by the Terrence Howard.
Yeah, I know about that
You
too.
you see him in he's in Iron Man 1, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only one he in.
That's the only one in. And then he get replaced, and then like there's that one scene where like I forgot what movie it is, but it's Don Cheadle and he's like, I'm back and do it or something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Marshall. Another fun fact.
Fun fact about. Let me see that one again.
Yeah, right?
Fun fact.
Where is it?
Daniel Craig was originally considered for the role of Thor.
Oh, really? Daniel Craig?
I'm looking this up right now. I'm just looking at stuff.
Daniel Craig.
Wait,
what?
It's fine. He's my James Bond, so let's keep it going.
Okay, all right. Zach, any fun facts about Phase 1?
I know another thing about the Thor movie, the original one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that Tom Hiddleston never actually rolled for Loki?
He did the
He did the audition for Thor, and they gave him Loki without auditioning for it.
Hey, that's a good transition right there.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah.
Yep, Lex.
The Marvel movies
Mm-hmm.
are movies.
Wow. I just pulled up a list.
Applaud.
Yeah.
I agree.
There you go.
Emily Blunt.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what you're. Lex,
Yeah, I know-
Lex,
I
I know what you're
Blunt
talking
almost
about.
Played Black Widow. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Emily Blunt. What's her husband's name again?
John Krasinski.
Yeah. They were both almost cast to be Captain America and Black Widow.
Yes, and they will get more into that in Phase 4.
Yeah.
How things would have changed. How things would be so different.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
would cry.
that
Let's
would-
get right into Iron Man 1,
Yep. So,
hosted by Coda.
yep, that's right. The one that started it all for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So as much as I love the other Marvel films like X-Men, Spider-Man, Blade, we are going into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the film that started it all, Iron Man. Now,
Came out in 2008.
that is right. Iron Man came out in 2008. And here's a fun fact about this film. When Robert Downey Jr. was cast, it was more on a controversial level because the reason why Robert Downey Jr.'s career was in a train wreck after all these allegations of alcohol and substance abuse, and he has been arrested multiple times. Just to let everybody know.
There was
However,
also the how he wasn't the original person they wanted for it.
Yeah,
They
he
wanted-
wasn't the
they wanted-
original choice
right.
because we know one of them was Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So Jon Favreau was the director. Jon Favreau started it all, and I will say this: when he directed the first Iron Man film, I was 9 years old when I went to see this film, and I can remember the scene when it just opens up in Afghanistan when Tony was driving with his fellow soldiers, and now they're all in an attack, but somehow one of the Stark missiles blows up Tony Stark.
And also, can I add that his intro, they used one of the greatest songs ever written, Back in
Yes.
Black. AC/DC is my favorite band of all time. If you ever have one of their songs on your movie soundtrack, you're doing it right.
Now it is really amazing because we get to see that scene again later on, but this time around when now he's getting his first ever arc reactor. But I'm going ahead of myself because Tony Stark had a brilliant life as a genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
His parents died.
Oh,
That's
gee, I
phase
wonder.
3.
Okay, I'm sensing some themes here from another billionaire character.
Yeah,
with
like that
dead
was kind of in the
parents.
film too. They said tragically lost his parents, died. His father's best friend Obadiah Stane takes care of Tony Stark. That was kind of in the first film.
Jeff Bridges' character, Obadiah Stane. And
Now, so quick question: do you remember in Endgame when Robert Downey Jr.'s like, out of the way, Lebowski? Jeff Bridges played the Big Lebowski, so it's like,
oh, that's true.
so
That's
it's like-
true.
so
yes,
I'm like,
forgot.
when that scene happened, I'm like, wait, who played Lebowski in this universe? It's just like,
That
Yeah.
just brings up like the whole point of like how Cap had the list of movies he had to watch and Star Wars was on him.
uh-huh.
And he's like, at what point did he watch Star Wars and go to Nick Fury and go, "You're a Jedi"?
Yeah.
Don't forget they had 3 movies coming out. 4 movies actually coming out this year. Big heavy hitters. Hellboy 2, The Dark Knight, Iron Man 1, and Incredible Hulk.
That is true because Incredible Hulk came out that same year, but but we got somebody in this room is doing the Incredible Hulk. So
Let's get back into that.
let's get back into
1.
Iron Man. So obviously Tony Stark has a wonderful life as a famous genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Thank you. And anyway, having a good life, but till then, decides to go on a very special mission to Afghanistan to test out the Stark weapons. Unknowingly, what he doesn't know is that there are different terrorist groups using the Stark weapons against him, which leads back into what we saw in the beginning of the film. I'm pretty sure you all remember.
It's about the 10 rings, my guy?
Yes,
The
10
Mandarin?
What?
Huh?
The group.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? They set that up.
The 10 rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with Shang-Chi, I remember because
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Bro,
It's Shang-Chi.
before they renamed it, his name was Shang-Chi. I'm sticking with this.
Okay, because obviously we see the 10 rings in Shang-Chi, which does drive back to Iron Man, to the first Iron Man film, because the 10 rings was definitely a terrorist group in the first Iron Man film, going up against Tony Stark and the weapons. Plus, this is where we see the arc reactor for the very first time, and it's very surprising to me because when I actually saw it for the first time, I was like, "What the heck is that?"
Can I just say for a second, that scene when he wakes up and he notices like the cords from that generator attached to his body, he like rips off the tape and you just see this giant metal reactor magnet thing in his chest. Like that was some horror movie level
Like,
stuff.
how you not dead?
And he's like pulling the wiring out of his nose. Like, dude, that just felt like straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah, that
You know,
was
like,
that was a little uncomfortable.
yeah, that was some scary stuff. I'd be freaking the heck out if I was him. Like,
He
yeah.
already did it in The Matrix.
That's
oh,
true.
Okay, true. That's true.
And then obviously Tony Stark's was tortured by the 10 rings for or should I say, been tortured and held captivity for 3 months. 3 months. He was there for 3 months. He was held captivity for 3 months, by the way, for those of you who don't know. And then decides to build what else? His very first Iron Man armor. Iron Man armor, if you know what I'm all talking about, right? The Mark 1.
Marky 1?
Bro, he should have kept that. That should have been the final draft.
Really?
What?
Yes, bro. I think that suit is clean. I'm not.
Bro, it
that
came
suit is
back.
clean.
It came back in the first one.
What you mean it came back in the first one?
What did?
The villain wore it, my guy.
Are you talking about the Mark 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, for the Ironmonger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Ironmonger. So anyway, the how about this? I'll call it Ironmonger Junior. I'll call it Ironmonger Junior because Mark
like-
1's
okay.
technically the smaller version of,
Yes.
of Ironmonger.
Yes.
Ironmonger Junior.
I would call it Ironmonger Senior because you have Ironmonger Junior already happened. So you have Ironmonger
That's true.
Senior.
So anyway, obviously Tony Stark uses the his Mark 1 for the first time to escape probably one of the best scenes in this film.
Boy,
is
he was tearing it up.
Yeah, he was tearing them apart. He was tearing them apart, and especially I love that one scene where it was just this one guy. It was just this one guy who was locked out, and then just Tony Stark and his Mark 1 just walks up to that guy, and the guy was just really so scared. He decides to cut back to the group outside the door and just like breaks down the door with the guy.
My favorite scene, it's very similar to that one. It's in the same part of the movie where the guy runs up behind him and shoots the gun on his head and it just ricochets back at him.
I was gonna mention that one too. That was a good one as well.
It's just like stupid.
And then I think one of the leaders was about to shoot him with a bazooka, but the Mark 1 has a bazooka of his own. If you all know what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
And then outside of the cave, the ambush. Well, obviously the ambush already started, but if you all know what I'm talking about, the entire group gets demolished and blown up by Stark. Big explosion. Until then, obviously, Mark 1 destroyed. Very sad.
Yes.
In the arms of the ages.
Well, that was a good test. That was a good test run for that. Until the second armor. But let's talk about how when he came back to America to see Pepper Potts and then Happy Hogan was driving.
Can I get a cheeseburger?
That was a funny moment.
I honestly kind of want one right now.
I can go for cheeseburgers too, considering none of you guys got me food when you went out to get some food. Like I'm still salty about that.
Burgers from Burger King. Or should I say Whoppers? Whoppers from 3 Burger Kings.
I'm not sure the exact.
One Whopper from 3 different places.
Oh man, but then goes to a press conference because to announce that he's gonna shut down Stark Industries until Phil Coulson arrives. Phil Coulson,
Remember his name, guys.
remember his name.
Remember his name.
Remember his name,
his
folks.
face. And
Remember his name. And then we get this next scene. Where Tony has like a new arc reactor because the other one got demolished. So he decides to use Pepper Potts. Remember Pepper Potts? He decides to ask Pepper Potts to put in the arc reactor. You all remember that part?
Yeah, I just thought
Mark
that was
II?
so funny. It's like, oh, I need some help. Let me ask my what was she again? Her secretary?
Yeah, his secretary before.
It's like, hey, can you help me with this a second? I need you to pull a device at me that may or may not kill me. Like, can you do that for me? Like, I'll give you a raise.
Yeah, you know, I'll ask her to do it instead of one of my 50 robots that I can build in a second. Or trained colleagues.
It's just the reaction from Pepper Potts when she puts in the arc reactor, and then she was like, "Don't you ever ask me to do something I don't want to do."
Now it's time
Oh my!
Now it's time.
to
It's
build Mark II.
Mark II. There were definitely different test versions for Mark II, and they were hilarious. I mean, it's just the humor for Robert Downey Jr.
Wait,
and the-
wait. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you an Iron Man suit then?
What?
Are you an Iron Man suit? Like,
Like Mark II. I
Like-
mean,
like, are you,
Are you Mark 1 or Mark 2?
yeah, like, are you like Mark 3 or 4 or 5 or 6?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like 50.
Like, yeah, there's
Are
50.
you just a nano person?
Yeah.
You're filled with nanobots.
Mark, has Robert Downey Jr. crawled into your skin?
Oh my god.
Ooh, baby, you never know.
I like how he doesn't even deny it. He just goes along.
So Mark II is he's testing it out with his help of Dummy,
Yep. Oh, I love the dummy
and
part.
Dummy just sprays him with
fire extinguisher.
fire extinguisher when he tries to multiple times.
And then Obadiah, and then the second time, Obadiah Stane brings pizza from New York for
Yes.
Tony. I mean, and speaking of Obadiah Stane, like I know at the very end we get the feeling that he was a villain the entire time.
you had that feeling at the end.
Not necessarily. Like
I
he
had it
felt
at the middle.
he felt good at first. I feel like the signs of him betraying Tony was starting to show up at least over by the halfway point.
I think by the moment where he discovers the helmet from the Mark One,
Yeah, I
that's where I think that's where
I kind of got the feeling of it as they were talking by the big arc reactor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of got the feeling like, okay, this is a little weird.
yeah.
Especially now that I watch it. When I first watched it, I had no idea.
Yeah, he even
But, like,
mentions
now it's like, okay, yeah, no, I can see a little bit happening there.
Obadiah Stane also mentions Ironmonger as well, so also keep that in mind as well.
Okay.
So
But
anyway,
the thing is,
Yeah.
you kind of figured he was a villain at the press conference when Tony said, "What?" So like all the stuff, he's like, "I'm gonna like stop building weapons."
yeah, yeah. But anyway, I also liked how after multiple tries, Tony was able to create his Mark II already, and I'm gonna have to be honest with you. When I saw the Mark II for the first time, I was blown away, especially from
trash suit.
especially the guitar solo, the rock and roll guitar solo in the background. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun,
Yeah.
dun-dun-dun-dun.
It sets the mood perfectly.
Like, how did you not know you can't fly in space with that suit? Like,
Well, it's his Mark II, so
I mean,
gotta give.
he found out one way or another.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna go into orbit as high as I can until the suit freezes and I fall back into orbit.
yeah, and then Jarvis was offline.
How
So
do
I
you-
forgot about Jarvis.
how
Don't
do you
forget Jarvis was in this
fall
film.
into your house? Like, you was like near a carnival when you went up to space.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's one part I didn't understand about because he was, even though he was test flight, it was more of a test flight, and Tony Stark ends his test flight with cut power, lands on top of his car, the piano, and there you have it.
He went through 3 flights of floors.
I know. I mean, after he cuts the power, it's just like he crashes through the roof, through the piano, and on top of the car. I mean, it's just
And
hilarious.
then Dummy came.
Yep.
Now, let's be honest here. That I don't care what kind of suit you're wearing. Your body would be pulp in the bottom of the suit
Yes.
at that point.
And then I think Pepper delivered Tony Stark a new arc reactor. That looked like a third one,
You
right?
find that out at the end of the film.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then this is where we find, and then later on, this is where we found out that Obadiah Stane and the Ten Rings are like gathering up all the broken armor from Mark I to create the Ironmonger. Now,
Tony Stark's built this with a box of scraps in the cave.
oh wait,
Oh man.
Came back.
that's true.
Mysterious helper.
That's true. Tony Stark was able to build this thing in a cave.
With a box of scrap.
I'm sorry. But I'm not Tony Stark.
But you didn't do it right.
Yes,
so
and
you have to
the,
finish.
the moment you realize that that's the little kid from Christmas Story. Like,
I feel bad for that kid.
At least Obadiah Stane didn't shove soap in his mouth.
I like how the kid grows up. He's like, you know what? Heck with this toy rifle nonsense. I want to get a job working at Stark Industries.
Yeah, okay. Oh wait, I forgot another scene. Oh wait, I'm forgetting the most important part of Iron Man. I'm forgetting something. The now famous armor, the red and
Mark
gold
III?
armor. That is right, Mark III. Is it me or is there just 3 marks in this room? Is there a third mark in this room?
Mark, you have a twin brother. I don't know which one of you is Mark 1 and Mark 2.
An identical twin brother,
exactly.
but he's back home in Naperville.
It's like plot shows. We find out Mark played all of us. Is actually his twin brother, and the real Mark's like went home or something. Like,
Yep. So anyway, the Mark III, obviously the most famous suit for one of the most famous suits in Iron Man before the Avengers.
No,
Iconic,
You gotta
okay.
wait. You gotta wait to the next 2 films after this.
That's true, yeah, because we get to see the suit in action once Tony Stark goes back to Afghanistan to take out the 10 Rings group from I forget what were they doing. What were they doing? I forgot.
they were terrorizing nearby cities. They were like taking the children to raise them in their terrorist group,
Yeah.
and everything.
And-
And he sees it on the news while he's fixing his hand shooter gun thing.
And then it was like a hot. And then I think it was I think he said it was a hot rod color.
Yeah,
hot
because
rod.
Jar is like, "What car would you want this to be, sir?" And he's like, "Hot rod colors or something."
And then he got
Hot
and then
rod red and gold, I think it was.
yeah, hot
Wait,
rod.
is that a like rowdy what WWE reference? No?
Maybe I don't know.
It's just me.
Maybe I don't know. So
maybe.
anyway,
Oh, okay.
anyway, yeah, we get to see the suit. We get to see the suit fly. I also like how after Iron Man takes out the group, he gets shot down by a tank, pulls out a missile, shoots it at the tank, walks back in front of the camera, and then, boom. Never look back at an
I would
explosion,
just like
folks.
to mention how it took him how long to just fly around America, and then at the snap of fingers he's suddenly in Afghanistan.
That's actually that, yeah.
20.
He hit Mach
Yeah.
20, yeah.
And then obviously, Rhodes, Rhodey finds out that he sees a suit of he sees somebody in a suit of armor. He's referring to Tony Stark, by the way. Flying, and then two Top Gun jet planes are just going after this suit of armor. Good Man. I'm referring to. You know who I'm referring to, right?
Tom Cruise?
That's true. Yes. But yeah, that's a good joke, by the way.
No problem.
That's
I'm
a
here
good.
all day.
Now you know if Tom Cruise had taken this role, he would have been like, "I want an actual suit so I can actually wear this and actually fly because I like doing my own stunts." Like
Yeah.
for a fact, he would have pushed to have that be.
There
Yeah.
are literally 2 people in the world who have their own insurance plans, built for them specifically.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who the other one is.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah. But
There is one other person.
yeah. But anyway, at least going into the end of the film, I mean, at least Rhodey was okay with Tony being Iron Man at the very least after that whole chase sequence.
Once after that happens, oh no.
Oh no!
Pepper Potts
Pepper
went into the files of Obadiah Stane.
Yeah,
found
and
out
now
she was working with the Tin Ring.
Yep, that is right.
Not to
And-
mention the fact that we're also forgetting how, he's just he's not really okay with it. He's more or less just you bought me a plane, okay.
Yeah, and then
You
now,
owe me a jet.
and then now somehow Obadiah Stane goes to Tony Stark's place and knocks him out with this. What was that? I don't remember what that.
It was a
Was it a neuralizer or something?
It was some kind of neuralizer where it numbs certain areas of your body so you can't move for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what happens with. That's what happened with Tony Stark. But then
The more you know.
Obadiah Stane takes Tony's arc reactor from his chest. That's dead.
He's a
Dead.
goner.
I mean, he would have been dead, but I am glad Tony Stark lives because his little dummy was able to give him the 3rd arc reactor.
The dummy that gave it to him.
It
Well,
was.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, it was. Let's get back to Iron Man.
The final battle.
The final battle between Iron Man and Ironmonger. Wait, hang on.
Wait, no, Rhodey gave
hang
the
on.
thing.
Rhodey was about to
Rhodey
take the
gave
Mark.
him the thing.
Rhodey almost took the Mark II suit, but guess what he said? Maybe next time. Maybe next time, bro.
What happened was
And then we never-
Tony was
and
trying
it
to
never got
reach
to
the
be.
thing, but he knocked it farther back. And then the dummy knocked it over, and then Rhodey helped him put it in.
Yeah. And then
Yep.
and then Rhodey was like, for the Mark II suit, maybe next time. Well, sorry, Terrence Howard. Don Cheadle took your place, so
I have a fact about that once we get to Iron Man 2.
okay.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't want to do it.
No, actually, no. There's actually a little bit more history about
Just
it.
wait till
I
Iron
get.
Man
I
two.
said, wait till Iron Man 2, and we'll
So
talk
anyway,
about that.
let's cut to the final battle: Iron Man versus Ironmonger. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably for the first film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You gotta give him credit. It was a pretty awesome action sequence right there.
And I love the scene when the suit is shown. Like they're like walking, like Pepper and the agents are like walking to the building. All the lights are off. It's dark. She walks in this one room. The suit's hanging from the chains, and the suit turns on and activates. It's like that scene felt like it was straight out of Alien or something.
Yeah,
you know,
and Phil Coulson was there. Remember his name? He was there.
Remember his name. Remember.
Yep, he was there. Yep.
Oh, good
Yep.
old Phil Coulson.
And then obviously Tony struggles a bit because Ironmonger throws a car at him, tosses him to a bus, and then almost gets crushed up into space. But what Ironmonger doesn't know is the icing problem. Hey,
Yep.
how'd you solve the icing problem? Icing problem. And then his suit freezes, and then Tony was like, might want to look into it. Bangs him on the head, and then just bye-bye. Yeah, and I mean, the final battle does go into a bowling point once they're at the what was it? The huge arc reactor.
Stark Industries arc reactor exhibit.
Yeah, they're right there. They're standing on top of it. They reach a bowling point where now like Tony Stark's like he's almost getting beaten, but thankfully he had Pepper Potts for help to turn on the arc reactor, and then you get this famous crazy quote from Jeff Bridges. Ironic, Tony.
It's not that memorable. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not memorable, but you kind of get the idea on it. Kind of get that feeling. Oh, ironic, Tony, because now he's about ready to use the weapons to kill Tony Stark.
We're at the press conference.
Yep.
Hi, I am the interviewer of the Daily Bugle. Wait, wrong film. I'm in the interview at the journalist something. What about the TV news station? Are you aware about this Iron Man at what happened at the Stark Expo Industries?
No, but Pepper Potts is ready to turn on the arc reactor, and then it just tases both Iron Man and Ironmonger. So we're okay. So basically, after the final battle, we get to see Tony at another press conference, and he was about to make a press speech, and then he said, and then what he was about to say was something, but instead he says, "I am Iron Man."
I think my favorite part about that is Pepper's like, don't say anything other than what's on this card. And he goes,
Iron Man for the ending of Iron Man, that line that Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. just said, that was improvised. That was all improvised.
Make sure you remember that line. Oh,
Yeah, you need to remember
in for a
that for
treat.
down the road.
And then we get the
yeah.
famous Iron Man theme by Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. Dun, 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 dun,
Black
dun,
Sabbath.
dun,
Oh my
dun,
God.
dun, 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 dun. That is awesome song. And now for the final scene, very final scene after the credits, Tony Stark comes home and sees a stranger in the living room saying, "I am Iron Man. You think you're the only superhero in this world?" And then
Stark,
Stark
you're
was
part
like-
of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
and then Stark was like, "Who are you?" And then out of the shadow is
I'm Nick Fury.
Nick Fury,
Let's
director
talk about
of
the scene real
S.H.I.E.L.D.
quick.
Samuel L. Jackson.
You mean Mace Windu?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
bro, they ain't own them yet. So wait, let's talk about this real. Okay, this scene was supposed to say, I gotta deal with a Fantastic Four group, mutants in this world, and this kid that web swings a lot. That was the original scene. But they couldn't do it because all the Marvel characters were distributed from Fox and Sony.
That scene alone, that end credit scene alone, really hyped everybody up.
I
It
mean,
really
yeah,
did.
I remember there was an interview that I watched with the Russo brothers, and they were like, yeah, if Iron Man flopped, none of this would have happened.
I mean, and here's the thing: this film saved Robert Downey Jr.'s career.
Now it's time for the big green mean guy known as Shrek.
Whoa! What actually we are talking about is the Incredible Hulk. So let's Hulk smash!
The Incredible Hulk smash. Oh yeah, you already made the joke. Okay.
Smash Bros.
Wait, we getting Hulk and Smash?
All right, so who's
Hey,
talking about
Okay,
Hulk now?
so
who's talking about Hulk
The
now?
Incredible Hulk was the second film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Was it? I thought it was
No,
before.
no.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I thought it came
It
before.
came
Iron Man.
out. It came out June something.
Was it the same year?
It
as
was
Iron
the
Man
same
1?
year.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
Iron Man came out like in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had 2 movies to watch, and you had Batman in April. So it was like you got a three-way going.
And Marshall also to put up another fun fact. This film was distributed by Universal, while Iron Man was distributed by Paramount.
Yeah, it's kind of the same film.
Honestly, it'd be more worth talking about the roller coaster at Universal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Incredible Hulk starts out with a little backstory. You had the backstory in the little opening credits with
Right, we do.
Bruce
yeah.
Banner, aka played by Ed Norton, or his new name called Ed.
I just remembered something about this. Actually, I'll save this for when we go to the Avengers. I'll
Okay.
just save-
Okay, and then you have Thunderbolts Ross, played as what's that old man's name?
William Hurt.
Thank you. And you have Betty Brant, the lady that really never shows up in any other Marvel movies.
Liv Tyler.
See, I'm sitting here thinking it's April, but that's
That's
Teenage
Turner.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
That's Ninja
They're
Turtles.
basically the same thing, but okay.
The actress who plays Bruce's girlfriend is Liv Tyler.
Yes. Okay, so it shows how Bruce Banner becomes Hulk. They was pushing to make a super soldier. Keep in mind, remember a super soldier too.
Oh, it's true.
But they got the gamma
The
radiation.
exact thing they were working on.
Was a super soldier, and they gave us the gamma radiation, which made the Hulk. Now, jumping forwards in 2008, Hulk lives in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Get it out. You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah.
he was working in his factory.
In the factory, trying to maintain and meditate his anger.
He had a friend online called named Mr. Blue, and he was Mr. Green. Kind of ironic.
That's very ironic.
I wonder
Yeah.
who Mr. Blue is.
You'll find out
Okay.
in the close to the end of the movie.
Okay.
Then he sees this lady getting bullied, and he's telling like, "Yo, don't do that.
I think he was also struggling to
Keep the Hulk in." But he's like, "You don't do that. You're gonna make me angry." So he calmed down. He's breathing. He's breathing. He's doing all these exercises.
Well, actually, he says, "Don't make me hungry." What he's referring to is angry.
Yeah,
by the
but
way.
he didn't know how to speak Brazilian.
Yeah.
So then he goes home. Then you cut to New York City.
Yep, New York City.
You
where-
got not April O'Neil, Betty Brant, working with her new boyfriend at this pizza place.
Ty Burrell.
Yeah, and her dad still works for the government. Kind of ironic. Her dad finds out that he wants to bring back Bruce Banner back to New York.
Because they found out that Stan Lee drunk one of the green soda
They
bottles.
killed Stanley in the movie.
But actually, the thing is, it had like a Bruce Banner's blood in it.
He died by the Hulk blood
Yeah.
in a drink. He cut his hand on.
You're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious.
Wait,
What the hell?
I forgot you haven't seen
They killed him. They killed him in the movie. Blonsky, where's this guy name, bro? The Abomination. I'm calling him from the
Oh, that's right.
Abomination right now.
Oh wait, that's right. Tim Roth's.
I'm not calling him
Tim Roth's character.
Blonsky.
Blonsky.
I'm calling his name Abomination. His name's too hard to pronounce.
Yeah,
First name.
But not the one in Shang-Chi.
that's true. That's true.
Bro, his name called Elam.
Emil. I think his name is Emil.
Right there.
Email.
I'm calling.
Email Blonsky.
I'm calling email for this point. Email led a group of strike force.
Let's just call him E.
Yeah, Mr. E. He leads a team to go hunt down Bruce E. Banner. Bruce E. Banner. That's his government name.
What's his middle name?
Like I think it was like Eugene. Bruce Eugene Banner.
And then they were hunting.
There was hunting, but guess what? The people that bullied that girl bullied Bruce Banner.
And then they turned him into the Hulk.
I told you not to make me angry.
Oh,
That's what the Hulk said.
Thrown into a tree.
yep.
Can we just realize that this Hulk is better than all the other Hulks?
I can definitely agree with you on that.
Wait, so you're saying that Edward Norton is better than?
Have you
Mark
seen
Ruffalo?
his Hulk?
I've
No, specifically
seen-
the Hulk.
Like his.
Oh, like the Hulk.
Just the
like,
Hulk.
Okay. No, yeah, I give you that.
If
I
they
give
would have
you
just
that.
kept that later, we'll just kept
Yeah.
that Hulk.
Yeah.
No, but like his CGI is nice though for Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo's looks more cartoonish.
Yeah.
I think it's because they put his face on it.
Yeah.
You
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
probably
Like
the
you
reason
can see Mark Ruffalo's face, and
Okay. Then He beats everybody. He
Yes,
killed
he-
like 17 people except for Blonsky.
And then he hides in the corner, tells everybody to
We're past that part, Mark. We're past that part.
That was another quote that the Hulk said. It was so funny.
He's hiding. He's hiding in a rock cave. Wait, that's Hulk 2003. Never mind.
Bro. Hey, yo, that movie's fire though. Yo, Hulk 2003, fire movie, bro.
I'm not lost. I don't know.
Yes.
I've
Yes.
only seen both and I'm combining them.
No, like me and my uncle, we love that movie.
Okay, so Hulk, Bruce Banner returns to New York City. He finds. How you find Betty Brant? That's
a
the
good
real question.
Yeah, that's a very
Man
good
was
question.
a stalker. He stalked his
G-
ex-girlfriend.
GPS.
He got that
I mean,
GPS.
he's also like
Find a friend.
one of the smartest.
That's true.
alive.
That's true. That's true. And then guess they go back to the university that Bruce Banner went to.
And then somehow, didn't Bruce also discovers that Betty is now dating this guy.
The pizza place man.
Yeah.
Peter Parker?
No, that's Spider-Man 2. This were universes at the time. Okay, and then they come to see Mr. Blue, but they ran into, oh my God, the teacher from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh wait. Are you talking?
JB
Oh
Smoove?
wait. Oh wait. No, not JB Smooth. No, not JB Smooth. Oh, what's his name?
How long I gotta go to? Huh?
Is it Martin Starr?
Yeah, it was Martin Starr.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, remember the guy? Oh, you didn't see him. So there's a guy sitting at the computer lab. He's holding pizza, and he did this to talk to him. And then all of a sudden, that was it. That was his. And never thought he was gone
Oh
for
wait,
good.
I almost forgot. That Lou Ferrigno is also in this film
Yeah,
too.
he was a security guard at university.
Huh. Okay.
So
Yeah.
they connected a lot of stuff together.
Yeah, because Lou Ferrigno was the original Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they go meet.
Almost as bad as the original Hercules.
Yeah, it really was. But then they find out that they were being followed
By
by
the government.
Bolonsky.
By the government.
Baloney.
Bolonsky.
Baloney.
Whatever his name is. Mr. E.
Yep.
And he ejected himself.
With the super soldier serum, right?
It's just called super serum.
Okay, super serum.
Because
Okay.
we don't got Captain America yet.
Right, but that connection is right there. That connection is right there.
Not yet. Not until Iron Man 2.
We do.
Not until Iron Man 2.
Oh, we do. He's just in ice.
If we would have got that deleted scene, yeah, we would have had him.
So anyway, Marshall, continue. Let's keep this
So
moving
then we got the
forward.
best action scene out that whole entire movie besides this end. That man.
Is this the one at DC, or is that the other? That's the second. That's the 2003 one.
No.
No.
This one takes place. It's a DC fight. where-
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one takes place. The last one takes in New York.
Okay. Yeah.
So this, oh my, you got tanks coming? Nah, sucker, he destroys that. you got supersonic cannons? Nah, sucker, he destroys that with another cannon. You got Balonsky running up, get kicked into a tree.
Yeah.
He killed like 20 people at that whole entire scene right there.
Yeah, and then the helicopter came out
He
top
said,
of him.
"You got a helicopter? Let me just jump up and grab that mug."
At the same time, though, they're all using Stark tech.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
That's
true.
the issue right there.
you'll get that in the post credit scene. I'll explain that later too.
Yeah.
Then, technically, I was right. They do go to a rock. That's all. That's after this scene.
I was gonna say, yeah, don't they just?
Yeah, they go to the same rock that was in 2003 for some reason.
And
It's
then
kinda weird.
and then both Betty and the Hulk fall asleep.
They fall asleep and then they go to get a motel.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, they go find Mr. Blue.
Yeah.
Which his name is Dr. Samuel Stearns.
That's Tim Blake Nelson's character.
Yes. And all of a
And-
sudden, he was in New York. All of a sudden, everybody was in New York that same year.
Yeah, everybody went to New York.
And then all of a sudden, like, how you go from New York? How does the government know you in New York? All the passports was changed, and they use cash.
Yeah, that's a good question. How did I don't remember how exactly they did this.
he was like, oh
Was it
man,
his phone? I think it was his phone.
probably they have, because he was texting this Dr. Blue, Mr. Blue. And then
Oh, that's right.
All of a
that's
sudden,
right.
you just see Betty like has to keep. Mr. Blue wants to halt DNA to calm him down and take that to make a cure for Bruce. Nah, sucker. The government said, "I'm gonna stop you. We want this man as a weapon."
And then obviously Mr. E just knocks out Bruce Banner.
And then
And then somehow I think the doctor was talking to one of the soldiers like, how can I do this? I can't just put the same Humpty Dumpty back together or something.
And then all of a sudden, Bruce Banner gets captured. Dr. Blue stays behind.
And then, well, actually, but Mr. E interrogates Mr. Blue,
Oh,
and then
no,
Mr.
suck. You thought Mr. Blue was gonna live?
Nah,
You find out if he ever comes back.
I mean,
They set up the leader.
They set up that man, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So Bolonsky becomes the Abomination, not the one from Shang-Chi. The bad one, the very dark, broody man, like the Incredible Hulk.
The one that we saw in Shang-Chi, I believe.
No, different one.
Different.
Different one.
Different.
Yeah.
I can show you
different
pictures.
one.
but it was the same act. It was the
No,
same
it
actor.
wasn't.
Wait. So the
No.
one that was the one that was in Shang-Chi that was fighting with Wong.
That's that's Abomination. This is the one you saw. This is the one we got.
I've seen both of those.
They're totally different.
Yeah.
The Abomination said, "Nah, Mr. Blue, you gotta die," but he didn't know Mr. Blue got the
Yeah.
gamma serum inside of him.
Mm-hmm. And
But we
then,
don't see that ever again.
Yeah,
He
but
did.
Can
Probably.
can I just?
Wait, what?
They set up the leader, but Universal still has the rights to the Hulk.
Well,
So like you can't get no other Hulk movies
But so Mr. Blue has the Hulk serum.
inside his brain.
no, they like drips on it,
Him-
and then his brain starts going.
Get bigger. Yeah, and that's never been back ever again. So we don't know what's gonna happen.
And can I mention this next scene where it's just a one shot scene where the Abomination comes out of the crashes out of the lab, and then you have all the police officers and soldiers following the Abomination. But the thing is, the camera it's the camera movement.
You know what's
for that.
funny?
Because I thought that was a pretty cool shot. It's like you're in a you're in a horror film. You're like the person running.
You ready for the most funniest scene of the entire movie?
What is?
Oh my God, that's Bolonsky. Everybody figured like, oh my God, what have you done?
Yeah.
Even Bruce Banner said, yo, what have you done? And Bruce Banner's like, I gotta do it. I'm the only one that has to be stopped. I have to stop him. So he falls out this big plane, big helicopter. How you like almost like out in New York? Like you like this above, and you could fall from like that far. So he was free falling. He thought the Hulk was gonna come out and save him. He said, "Nah, sucker.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till we like actually crash, cause you probably be dead if you crash. I can come out and help you." Then you got this cool scene. All you see is a green Shrek arm coming out.
Somebody wants to tell me the world. Oh wait! Different film. Okay.
And then the Hulk comes out. He yells. He rips off his other part of his shirt. He starts smashing cars. He said, "You want this work?" They both running.
And then I forgot to mention this quote from the Abomination. Give me a real fight.
They both running. You think the Hulk's gonna run first? He say, "I'm gonna wait till you run, Abomination. Now I'm gonna run." They both jump. They both get knocked back. Hulk said, "Yo, I see this
did,
tax.
yeah.
Let me just smash this in two pieces."
It just he even takes the entire police car, makes them into boxing gloves, and just pummels the Abomination.
That man was about to die. He said, "Oh, you got love interest? Let me go after her real quick." He hits the helicopter bad. Everybody's falling, dying. The helicopter pilot fell. There's only one left in that cockpit. They going. They
Yeah.
thought you think they gonna die? Nah.
Wait, but it was Betty, Thunderbolt Ross.
And, like,
were
one
they they were the only ones alive in that
No,
helicopter,
there was
right?
like there was like one more cockpit pilot, and the other one fell out the plane.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called, the helicopter.
I think it was a helicopter.
So Hulk said, "Nah, you can't do this." So he got the signature Hulk clap that we never see ever again. But it's fine. Forgot.
We get this,
Hulk got morals. He said, "I was about to kill you," but basically, nah.
but don't forget about this very famous Hulk line. Hulk smash.
That was like when he was grabbing the chain. That's what I was getting to.
Yep.
He
because-
grabs the chain, almost killed the Abomination. Basically, nah, let him go. So Ross has the Abomination in custody. Hulk leaves. Hulk's probably like in China or Japan.
Actually, I think it was British Columbia.
That's what I'm thinking he turns into.
No, that's MODOK. No, that's totally different.
It was British Columbia.
He goes to British Columbia, and then after that, he was about to transform into the Hulk, but then face to black post credit scene. Tony started talking to Thunderbolt Ross, aka Didius Ross. You thought he was here to recruit the Hulk? Nah, he was here to recruit the Abomination.
Was it really Abomination?
Yeah,
Huh.
What about the Red Hulk?
Red Hulk doesn't come.
Red Hulk's supposed to be
That's a plot line we haven't got probably yet.
Yeah, and obviously that's the Incredible Hulk right there.
Well, now it's time for the best Marvel sequel besides Captain America: Winter Soldier begins like next Friday.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so I wrote a little intro. So we're going to run through it, just a brief overview of the synopsis, then we're going to go back and talk about it. So, a Russian man with daddy issues attacks Stark at a race. After a quick skirmish, Whip Boy gets put in jail, but breaks out with the help of Stark's rich friend / nemesis Hammer. Stark's other friend, Cornell John Drive, gets embarrassed because Stark got drunk, so he became War Machine. Nick Fury then hires not Angelina Jolie to be Black Widow. Whiplash then attacks with the support of Hammer. Action ensues. Then Hammer gets arrested, and Whip kills himself. And then Phil says that there's problems in New Mexico.
You're talking about Whiplash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those like how to explain a movie plot badly or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I see those all the time. Like they are hilarious.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2 was like the first Marvel movie I was able to see in theaters. I went for my birthday because my birthday's May 1st, and this movie
That's
came out on May
crazy.
May 3rd.
My birthday's May 4th.
Nice.
Hey, May the 4th be with you.
But so I remember me and like 12 of my best friends going into this movie theater.
12?
Yeah, my mom brought her like big purse and she filled it with freaking yeah, my mom. Well, I did. None of them were actually my friends. I just invited them to go to the movie. So I just invited them to come to the movie because my mom said, "Bring your friends," and I was like, "Well, I don't have any of those, so I'm gonna just fake it." And like she brought Capri Suns in a giant bag.
Oh, I forgot to mention, this is Jon Favreau also directed Iron Man 2.
I was actually about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so this time, I don't know the reason. If someone, from what I read, the reasoning for the change in Rhodey.
I got you.
Okay, yeah.
So, Don Cheadle plays Rhodey, right?
Yes, he does.
It was supposed to be Terrence Howard for this one, but the guy named Ivan Avery, something like that. The person that made Spider-Man.
Oh, yes.
The 90s show. He said, if we just change his actor, they won't know because he's black.
Are you fired?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa, really? Wait.
See what I
So we-
read was that he left because of a pay cut.
No.
So we not gonna talk about how Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle are two different sides of the black spectrum?
He didn't know that at the time. He didn't care. He just said we just need somebody else.
If I'm be honest, this is like 9-year-old me watching this movie. I thought he just lost a lot of weight. that was 9-year-old me. I know they're different people now, but at 9-year-old me, I
that
was
makes
like,
sense though. That
Literally,
makes sense.
he told the studio like, let's just change them because they won't know the difference between the different black guy.
Oh my god, you could definitely tell.
Wait,
the difference
was
between
that
Don
actually
Cheadle and
true?
Terrence Howard.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's why That's why Kevin Feige became president of Marvel.
Good.
Wow. Holy crap. I mean, that was
Not
literally
on Black
going to the
History Month.
2010s.
yeah,
Early 2010s.
it was 2010.
That's true, yeah. That's true, yeah. And I was about 12 years old when I went to see Iron Man 2.
Like not 4, it's like 7, 8, 9, top 10.
I was almost 13. I was almost 13.
Damn, Mark, you old.
Yeah, I am old.
Dang it, you beat me to it. I was gonna say that. Never mind.
You were so ready. You were like, give me the mic.
I thought about that 20 minutes ago when Mark was talking about his age for Iron Man 1 when he sold it. I was gonna say that. And I'm like, no.
Damn. Okay. So I'm on Rotten Tomatoes right now. So, Iron Man 2 got a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Personally, I think it's a little high for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the greatest.
That's
And
only
plus,
like
you have to remember, it came out a year after the Trash Maguire 3.
Wait. No. Maguire 3 came out in 2007. Spider-Man 3? No, 2007.
That was 2007.
No, Iron Man 2 came out a year after X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh yeah, my bad. Strong movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trash.
Yeah, I know. So, but
I remember.
yeah. So anyway, yes, technically, it's one of those sequels where you didn't. Well, you kind of expected a sequel, but not as good as the original. But to the
Damn.
film's credit, though, it's still entertaining, though.
So with Iron Man 2,
His first suit,
yeah, his first suit,
Mark IV.
Mark IV, right? And that's not the one.
Not the one in the briefcase.
Yeah, I don't really remember the beginning of the movie, to be
I
honest.
just okay. I got you.
I know there was a party.
Those are
I know he went to a
race.
party. Oh, I remember now. He's
starts at the
poisoned.
race.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So yeah,
He's poisoned, but it's first. It starts off with telling the Russian guy's story first.
Right. Yeah. His name's Ivan, right?
Ivan.
Yes. Yeah. So Ivan's sitting in his hovel in Russia,
Yeah.
probably Moscow. I think it's Moscow.
Yeah. Moscow, Russia. Yes.
Yeah. And his dad's not doing too hot.
Keep up that.
Yeah, maybe like 5 minutes. And so Ivan is like just trying. I'm assuming.
He was watching the Stark Stark court case on television.
Yeah, but why was his dad dying?
Because his dad used to work for Tony Stark.
His dad used to work for Stark, and then was obviously let go when Stark Industries stopped producing weapons. So he's a little upset. Dad kind of got screwed over. Could have used that money.
And then this
you know.
was the credit sequence too. The opening credits.
This is the opening. Yeah.
With a little bit of the court scene.
Yeah. But from what I remember, Ivan gets really upset. Dada joins.
Don't forget about his bird.
He makes
The bird. The bird. Don't forget about his bird.
Oh, the bird.
yeah, the bird.
Oh, the what was it? A cockatoo?
I don't even remember.
It reminds me of the cockatoo from Rio.
Yeah, that one.
Just the bird.
I want my bird.
Yeah.
Then it goes to where Stark's in court. It's like, you can't take Iron Man. So that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, if you look back on that scene, like you realize that Tony single-handedly stopped Hydra from getting Iron Man suits.
Yeah.
Like everybody in that courtroom was Hydra. We didn't know it yet, but that was Hydra.
Next Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just gets up. You can't have my suits. They're mine. Goodbye. The one dude's like, beep you, Tony Stark. Beep you, buddy. That was such an ingenious way to keep the rating. But
then later on we get multiple segments of Tony going through the audience, and first and foremost, the little kid wearing the Iron Man helmet. Wasn't that rumored to be Spider-Man as a kid?
I got you.
there was. I'm not sure if that's confirmed.
It's confirmed in Spider-Man: Homecoming when it was coming out that the kid in Iron Man 2 is Spider-Man, little Peter Parker, with his uncle Ben there. So Uncle Ben was there. He probably died there too.
And then we get to see Stan Lee mistaken for Larry King.
Which I thought was pretty funny. Like my boy Stan Lee, legend.
Yeah.
How are you alive? I thought you died in the last film.
Oh, you're talking about in the Hulk, right?
Yeah.
The Incredible
Well,
Hulk.
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Oh,
That's true. That's true. So, and then later on. Oh, by the way, Olivia Munn also cameos in the Iron Man 2 film as well.
I remember watching the Iron Man 2 for the first time and just watching him like Halo jump out of a jet for no reason at the beginning of the movie.
I got to about the movie.
Yeah, that.
So the beginning, there's a deleted scene. But in the beginning, there's a deleted scene. I don't like this podcast no more. I'm leaving. I'm done.
Here. Let me get here.
We're having technical difficulties. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Okay, we're back. So after a funny breakdown meltdown from
In the
this,
opening scene, there's the deleted scene where Tony Stark threw up, put his helmet on. Technically, put his helmet on. Pepper Potts kissed the helmet. Okay. And threw it out. And so Tony had to die for it. That was the opening scene, but they changed it. So where she kisses the helmet and puts it on Tony. And
But
that's where it goes.
but it was still in
Yeah.
the trailer though.
Yeah, it was still. I missed that.
Are we to the party yet?
Not even close. We're about.
Not yet. We're getting
Uh,
there.
At the
Do you?
Stark Expos of 22
Yeah, the Stark Expo. You know, he's just jamming out. You know,
To
a lot of-
AC/DC, Shoot to Thrill, another very excellent
Yeah.
choice of
AC/DC.
song.
You know, it gets even better when you realize that the location is gonna be used again.
Oh yeah, very true.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna build this entire set, and then not talk about it.
And also, can I just add that this film also had a very big cameo from a hero of mine, Elon Musk.
Did it really?
Yeah.
You gotta wait. We're not there.
No,
yet.
no, that was Iron Man. No, it was Iron Man 2.
Yeah, you're not there.
Yeah, Iron Man 2. Yeah,
You're
Elon.
not there yet.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so anyway,
Elon Musk is the real life Mandarin.
No.
Oh, whoa.
Well, actually, because Elon Musk was big inspiration behind Tony's character because when they were starting production on the first Iron Man, they're like, okay, how do we make Tony Stark into real life? And Robert Downey Jr. is like, we need to talk to Elon Musk. He's literally as close as he's as close as we're gonna get to a real life Tony Stark.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
You just get a CEO
So,
that steals people's inventions.
Anyway, we were
I guess
also
you could also talk to
introduced
Edison.
we were also yep.
Graham Bell.
Alexander Graham Bell. Yeah.
Right.
Just talking about CEOs who have stolen.
So
Introduced to not Black. You gotta do Black Widow first. She has.
That's true.
Natasha Romanoff.
The
Yeah.
queen of the Marvel universe. She
Wow.
is a queen. That's all I can say.
She is.
And then she kicks the shit out of Tony Stark. Yeah.
And also, can
well,
I
actually, no,
say
it was Happy Hogan.
No,
Happy.
it was both.
Both
that was Happy Hogan. No, Hoagie was the one who got.
got his butt taken by Black Widow.
Yeah,
Well, Tasha, well, obviously, you know who I'm referring to.
So I think it's important to mention that the entire time this movie is happening, Tony is dealing with a sickness. He is basically being poisoned by his arc reactor, which is giving him cool technological tattoos all over his body, but they're
I mean,
unwanted.
Jarvis is noticing about that too. Paul Bettany, by the way,
yeah,
that's Paul
the
Bettany.
the device to keep you alive is slowly killing you.
Yeah. I think that was also foreshadowed in the first movie, I believe, where what was his name?
Who are you talking? Who are you talking
The guy
about?
in the cave.
Oh yeah, his friend.
Mhm.
That's the Russian guy that came back from Captain America 1.
Yeah. What's his name?
I forgot his name.
I just called him the man in the cave to help Tony Stark survive.
Yeah, but I think he did say that device will slowly start killing you.
Yeah.
You have to replace it.
Yep.
So yeah,
But so, I remember that, and I also remember there's a race scene, but that happens a little later,
oh yes, I remember that.
which introduces my favorite suit.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that later. We gotta get there. We're at
Yeah.
the part. Then we're on to the part where they're in the raceway.
Yes. So, they're going over to the raceway
Yes.
for
Interview.
interview. Yes. Oh, and Tony Stark's gonna race.
Yes.
Forgot about that. So Tony Stark, billionaire, playboy philanthropist Tony Stark, just kind of.
Doesn't he take someone's spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't someone else supposed to race?
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like, actually, I want to race.
Yeah, he just kind of jumps into
Oh,
a car.
what was the reason? What was the reason why he was doing that? Was it because?
Yeah, 'cause
Oh.
he's.
Well, I feel like the reason he did that is because in his mind, he's dying. He doesn't realize how much time he has left. So he's like, I think he's trying to do as much crazy things he could possibly do. Because I'm dying. Might as well just risk dying,
I think
you know.
Also, the other part of it is he's like, if I die doing this, then I don't have to tell anyone that I was getting poisoned.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm already dying. Why not take all these risks now? Like, I got nothing left to lose, you know?
Yeah,
What
that's
is the
true.
Avengers?
Yeah, that is true. And then
That's the same.
when he was racing, Pepper and Happy were about to go. They were trying to. I think what were they trying to do? Stop Tony Stark.
They were trying to get when was his name Whiplash?
Whiplash,
When he
yeah.
starts attacking the race with his
Whips.
electric whip things,
Yeah.
and they're Happy and Pepper are trying to get out to him to give him his suitcase, which transforms into an Iron Man suit.
The Mark V.
Yeah, the
which
Mark
is
V, yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
The coolest looking suit.
Are you
ever.
sure I'm not the Mark V?
No, because you're not a briefcase.
Yeah, no, Mark.
No, the Mark V is my violin case.
I honestly, the Mark V is my favorite suit. Just the way it looks with the silver accents. It's oh god. It's
That
Yeah,
is
it's
an
really
awesome
cool.
He
suit.
got destroyed.
fried. Actually, it got fried.
Multiple times.
But are we forgetting the fact that Happy Hogan rams through Whiplash on the racetrack?
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny that he's like just backing the car up, hitting him again, backing the car up, hitting him again.
Pepper Potts,
She's just in there screaming.
yeah, being a damsel in distress, just like screams as Tony begs for the case, like, come on, give me the case, give me the case.
Yeah, that was so
The
funny.
whole scene was just like, Pepper, give me the case. Ah! Pepper, give me the case.
Until an airbag hits Happy.
It's like, oh my god.
You're making
literally,
Mary Jane Watson look like a hero.
like literally, Happy was the only one. He was the only one who was trying to help.
Yeah.
But so after that fight scene, Whiplash gets sedated, I believe by his own electricity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And after that point, he gets arrested.
And Tony goes to talk to him.
Tony
Yeah.
goes to talk to him.
And then it's this conversation alone. I thought
Yes,
it's a very haunting conversation.
It's telling the stories of both dads.
Yeah.
Their dads.
And then what was that? And then wasn't there a quote saying like, "If you make God bleed, people will cease believe," right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you believe. And that was a foreshadowing for later.
Mm-hmm.
So then we cut to the
Prison breakout.
not yet,
Oh wait,
the party scene.
party scene.
So the party scene, Tony Stark is overindulging himself, and Lex wants to talk about this scene.
They single-handedly fixed the water crisis and didn't address it ever again. He pees, water comes out of his suit.
Oh, that's right.
Do
During
you
the
not
party
remember?
scene.
Yeah. He's standing on stage and he goes, "Watch this." He pees, and water comes out,
And
and he
then
drinks it.
I'm pretty sure he was also drunk too. right?
Oh, he was very drunk. He was stumbling around.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Driving down Junior drunk.
Junior drunk.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, so after that point, Rhodey, knowing full damn well that he can't take Stark in the suit on, he goes and puts on the Mark II, right?
Yeah. And then
Terrence Howard.
Yep.
Rhodey was like, "I'm only gonna say this once. Get out." Yeah, I mean, like Rhodey really in the Mark II was like not playing around.
Yep. And this is before War Machine. This is just the Mark II.
Pre-War Machine.
Yep.
And then
so
yeah, go ahead.
a fight happens. Stark loses,
Sadly.
which is, I think,
The worst thing ever.
yeah. Which I'm just gonna introduce something about Tony Stark's suits,
Yeah.
which I'm sure everyone knows. But every single evolution of the suit fixes a problem the last suit has.
Every upgrade.
Which, this is a lot more foreshadowing. But if you take into account the Iron Spider suit, it's everything that Tony had problems with, he fixed in that suit.
Yep.
Ever.
because he learns from his mistakes.
Yep. And he cares about Peter Parker. But that's not for this podcast. That's for
Phase
probably
3.
like 3 weeks from now, I'm
yeah,
guessing.
probably. Yeah.
But so Rhodey kicks shit out of Tony. Tony then spends the next day sitting in his now freshly cracked Malibu home.
And then he was also sitting on a donut as well.
Yep, he was eating a donut.
And then
Massive hangover.
Nick Fury comes around and says, "Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to step away from the donut."
And then that's when Tony started to realize, oh my God, you son a spy in the Watch Me, aka Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff.
Yep. And then didn't Black Widow injected Tony Stark with a special cure or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which in a different reality can kill them.
hey, we're not there yet. Phase
Okay,
forward.
okay.
Literally in
Oh
April.
no! What if?
That's in April.
But so Tony starts getting his shit together, you know? Realizes I don't have to die, I can fix this.
And then tries to fix up with Pepper Potts.
That's also true. He tries to repair that relationship a little bit.
And but he forgot
doesn't
that
succeed.
he forgot that Pepper is allergic to strawberries.
Yeah. And as you continue through the movie, right?
Don't forget about the Dollarama
Dollarama.
that she gets from the office where his dad was at.
Oh, the diorama.
Yeah, I know how to pronounce it.
Dollarama.
I put Dollarama.
We'll get there in a second. I was going to talk about the War Machine scene. So, going back to Rhodey in the Mark II armor, He takes a trip down to the U.S. Air Base. I believe it was probably Area 14.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyways, he goes to Hammer Studios and starts kitting out the armor to be what we now know as the War Machine armor.
Mark 1.
Mark 1 War Machine, yeah.
Yep.
It's got the minigun. It's got the what do you call it?
His woman, the wife one. I forgot.
Was it the ex-wife?
Yes, the ex-wife. Ex-wife.
Yeah, the ex-wife that.
Hammer made.
We'll figure that out in a second.
Because
Um,
Hammer made that.
yes, the entire War Machine armor was made by Hammer Studios.
Yeah.
Until later.
Yeah, until later. So they, Rhodey gets War Machine armor, which is the first iteration of the U.S. government, and Hydra getting Iron Man armor.
And then somehow later on, Ivan was didn't he stab Hammer in the back or something with the different
No, that's
suits?
after.
Okay.
That's after. Yeah, we got a long way to go.
Oh shoot, sorry.
It's like half. It's like half the way the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Tony gets a diorama from Stark Industries. He finds one from his dad, and it's a whole kind of like. It's a really big character building moment, I feel, for his character specifically. It's just like, oh, I was this. This is me before I became Iron Man. Now that I'm Iron Man, I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm not happy about it. So I'm going back to what I did previous. And so he really, he built his first engine. Like, there was that whole commercial. He saw the video of his dad. With him. And it was just really... It was kind of sad. I remember my mom crying during that scene.
Yeah.
Coulson comes.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Coulson comes
Coulson.
in.
Yes, Phil Coulson. Remember his name.
Yep.
He comes in. I don't remember what he says.
I'm here to babysit you, but if you catch me watching Superman, don't worry about that. If you go out, I will tase you. If you try to leave again, I will tase you. Then you'll be on the floor watching Superman with me.
Sounds about right.
There was a deleted scene where did anybody notice Captain America's prototype shield or something?
Yeah.
That's not a deleted scene.
That's not a deleted scene. That's the
Nah, it
actual-
wasn't deleted. That was in the cut.
Oh, was I actually in the film?
yeah, it was in
Yeah.
the cut.
Yeah.
Coulson said, "What is that doing here?"
Because at the end of if I'm not mistaken, at the end of the movie,
At the end of this movie, it sets up Thor and Captain America.
yeah, the extra credit scene is
Half Thor, half Cap.
yeah. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that when we get there.
So then the prison break scene happens, which is honestly one of the weirdest prison break scenes I think I've ever seen. Because it was all rigged. But it was just like, I don't know. It just didn't feel
Like a prison?
it didn't feel like a prison.
I think what's his name? Hammer owned that prison.
That's pretty yeah. I think
maybe
so.
maybe it was because didn't he get like a mashed potato bomb or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so mashed potato bomb happens, he just walks out.
Nobody stops him.
And then Hammer picks him up, takes him to his studios, and he asks for his bird.
No, I want my bird. I want my bird.
So he starts building the element.
Yes. Which I will get to in a second, because that's another cool scene. That had some of the better CGI from Marvel.
I still hate the new CGI. We get to that in Phase 4.
Yeah. But so while Ivan's rebuilding his Whiplash suit to withstand Tony, they are also building a Iron. Did they call it the Iron Legion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Legion Mark 1.
Yes, the Mark 1. Because then Tony rebuilt it.
Yeah.
Because then Tony's like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
I think for myself.
Yep. So they built the Iron Legion Mark 1, which was basically just autonomous Iron Man suits that could be controlled by a chip.
And they had army things behind it.
Yeah, they had army things behind it, and didn't they have like flares and shit
Yeah.
and missiles that they shot out of their
They
shoulders?
had, Navy, Army, Marines, and Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that because they had it at an expo at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
and then they started killing people. Which again, we'll get to because Ivan is kind of like an anti-hero in this movie.
I would say he's like the predecessor for the Deadpool movie.
For the what?
The Deadpool movie is like the predecessor for it.
Mm-hmm.
This was the same year got the test footage leaked.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say, honestly, Ivan, I would believe, is the anti-hero of this movie, not really just the main villain. Because it's not, he's not the main villain. He's just a pawn.
A pawn in Hammer's scheme.
Yeah.
right?
Then we're going to the scene where he finally built his armor.
Yes. So, and this introduces the Mark 6, I believe, correct? The Mark 6 has the triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he builds the new arc reactor, which has an element in it. I cannot remember. The triangle element. I don't think he has ever named it.
Yeah, it's just called the triangle.
Yeah. Which is basically just fixes the problem with the original.
Yeah.
It's not toxic.
It's not toxic.
Not
Yeah.
toxic.
Not, instead of eating, toxic Sharpies, he's just eating non-toxic Sharpies now. It's fine. And it is actually like, what is it, like 3 times more powerful or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes his heart can run for like what,
Up to like probably 24 hours. I believe so.
24 hours? What?
I believe so.
But no, there was a thing where his body, like, he couldn't die from old age for a while.
He couldn't die from this thing, from this element until it got something with it.
Wow, that means Tony Stark ages well.
He
Yeah.
ages like a fine wine.
Yep.
In real life and in the movie.
Yep. So anyway,
In the movie,
we are
Yeah.
towards the end of the film, right?
We are towards the end of the movie. So after Tony Stark builds the element, he builds the Mark 6 armor, which is basically just the same as all the other armors.
John Dan just has this just little triangle thing.
Yeah, just as a triangle thing. I also believe it has an electrical protection layer.
Probably.
It does. And then they redo it again.
Yeah, because he also, in that scene where he's building it, accidentally cuts his house in half
Oh,
with the
whoops.
chest pulse, which was introduced in this armor. It wasn't any of the others.
No, it was in Mark. Oh my God.
Mark 3?
It was in Mark 3.
So then it wasn't as powerful then.
It wasn't as
It
powerful.
also, this suit also has the lasers.
Yes.
Yeah. But I remember after this, he hears about the expo happening.
Yes, and he flies.
And he flies there. And at that point, the Iron Legion has been built. They are promoting it from Hammer Studios.
Yes, with the help of the U.S. Army.
Yes, with the help of the U.S. Army and the U.S. Air Force, because Rhodey is there with War Machine.
Navy, Air Force, Marines, Army, and
Meanwhile, in a lab,
Ivan.
has killed the security guards that were watching him.
In the boat.
And yeah, in the wood.
I want my bud. My bud. My freaking bud.
You sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger sometimes.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that movie would have been better if Arnold Schwarzenegger was Whiplash. But
Whenever it gets to the part where we talk about that later.
yeah, right. So, Ivan has killed the security guards who are watching him and takes over the computer that is controlling the Iron Legion currently.
He's doing watchdogs level stuff.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
He walks over. He starts activating them.
Every single one.
Every single one. He just hits all the buttons. You know when they tell you not to hit the big red button?
He hits the
He hit the big red button. He hit all of them. There was like
Pepper is talking to
Happy and Hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Natasha.
Natasha tells Happy King drive there real quick.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile everybody's fighting. Tony is being attacked by his best friend and Armed Legion.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then well, yes, because the suit. Yep. The suit's rigged. So the fight scene continues. Tony learns that the Iron Legion has very, very bad turn radius.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of actually fighting them, which he could very easily do,
Yeah.
but he chooses to run instead.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest here, the Mark III survived the tank shot.
Yeah, that's
They don't
true.
have tank. They don't have anti-tank grade weapons.
Yeah. And
He
can,
would
we,
have fine.
can we also want to mention that one of the Iron Legion soldiers was about to kill the kid, and then Tony Stark just comes out of nowhere and just
Yep.
and then it just they both shot it down. Nice work, kid.
Yeah, and then he leaves. Then there's more.
Yeah. So they keep going. I believe it is. Who ends up hacking Rhodey's suit?
Natasha.
Is it Natasha? The Natasha scene.
Yeah.
The scene that had every 14-year-old boy, holding their pants.
Oh my goodness.
You know, she kicks the ass of about everyone,
Yeah.
and just kind of walks in.
And then Happy has to deal with this one guy.
Yeah, Happy has to deal with one guy.
That was so funny. He finished beating up this one dude. He's all happy about it. He turns around and he sees like 10 other dudes already knocked out. He's like, oh.
And Natasha's
Well.
gone. She's moved on.
Oh,
Yeah.
and don't forget about the pepper spray.
That's not like.
Yeah, she's like walking that walk she does, and she sprays the dude without even looking at him.
Did she took that pepper spray from Pepper?
I don't know about that one.
Then this goes to the unhacking scene. Then it leads to the final battle of the
Yes,
movie.
The final battle, which was my favorite scene. So they were in a biodome,
That's right.
in the middle of New York City, which is really cool. Or wait, was it New York?
It was New Jersey.
It was New Jersey.
Yeah.
Thank you. But they're in the middle of a biodome, and they are getting surrounded by the Iron Legion. And probably the coolest back-to-back duo fight scene happens, I think, ever.
Until later in phases.
Yeah, until later phases. My favorite, and then, they kill all the Iron Legion. And
Big man comes.
then you get Whiplash.
Good to be back.
Yeah. And Rhodey, War Machine, goes, I got this. Whips out the boss's wife. The ex-wife, thank you. And fires. And it dings off. Yep. Got that from Hammer? Yep. Yeah.
That was just funny because it just hits the suit like it was just paperweight, and then it just gets decimated.
Yep. Then what proceeds to happen is probably the coolest fight scene. So the coolest fight scene is, honestly, where the lasers are brought out again and all that stuff. They end up.
Iron Man War Machine against Whiplash.
Yes.
They do the most iconic thing ever.
Yeah. The duck. Yeah. Honestly, it's just a really cool fight scene. Then at the end of the movie, Whiplash kind of just fries out.
Yeah, you have Tony being like on the ground and War Machine being held with the what thingies.
Yeah.
Triangle.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh yeah, that scene, because they did that in the.
They redid it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Whoops. Yeah, they did that in the party scene.
And then after that, all of them were blowing up.
Yeah, everyone's basically
Pepper.
Yep. Pepper is still with MC Hammer.
Yeah.
MC Hammer left, and what did he do? He went to try and put on a suit.
Can't touch this.
About to blow up. Tony came in really quick, went to the roof, and right there, kissed, and the road was back there.
Yep. Hammer gets arrested, I believe,
Doesn't go on trial.
but doesn't go on trial.
But the two get medals of honor.
Yeah. Yep.
By Hydra.
Yep.
And
Also
then
true.
And then the film ends with Phil Coulson going into the desert of New Mexico to see
You're
the
also
hammer.
missing one.
Oh,
You're skipping the
shoot.
ending scene of the movie.
What was the-
And then the credits.
What was that?
The ending scene is Nick Fury bringing Tony Stark a box
Oh, that's right.
that basically says the Avengers are happening.
Cause like there's something like in Africa, and there's something in the sea. There's like one thing in Mexico which is story.
Yeah. And that basically starts the entire building of the Avengers universe.
Yep.
Now it's
Yeah,
time
we
for
are on our way
Thor.
there.
And
Thor.
then the
We are on our-
the credit scene is Coulson going to New Mexico, finding Thor's hammer there,
And that really sets
and
up
I believe it
Thor.
also sets up the ice
Yeah, for Cap.
for Cap.
Mhm.
Yep.
Now it's time for
Now it is time for Thor. Who's doing Thor? All right.
I'm doing Thor. I've been sitting and waiting
Even waiting.
for this whole time
He's
just
been
to talk
scheming.
about one of the last movies in this phase.
No, it's not. The last movie is Captain America.
Are we only halfway through phase 1?
Yeah.
This is like the 4th movie.
Bro, how long is this episode gonna be, man?
Literally, I think it's about 2 hours. I think it's 2 hours.
No, this about to be 3. We only on Thor.
Okay, just some on Thor and talk about
Alright,
some fun
so
facts.
listen, right? Boop bop, boop bop,
Nobody
right?
watched
So
Thor.
listen, I'm gonna give you the quickest summary of Thor you ever seen. In
It
your
was
life, right?
boring.
So Thor, right? He's a guy. He doing God stuff. He partying with his homies, getting lit, right? The Frost Giant starts stepping to his homies. Thor's like, "Hey, boy, you know where Block I'm from?" He come up in their joint, start with his hammer, bop, bop, bop. Him and his homies start running the joint. Frost Giant, was it the king? Is that what he is?
I think
Odin?
Luffy?
Luffy, yeah, Luffy.
whatever his
Luffy
name is.
Heim?
He's like, hey, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all messing with me and Odin's treaty or something like that, right? Ain't that how
Yes.
that movie goes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Odin's
And
treaty.
then, his daddy had to come and save him and be like, excuse my son, he's still a child. Whoop! Got
Well,
swooped up in
actually,
the
that's Anthony Hopkins as Odin.
Yes, got
yes.
swooped up in the Bifrost, come back to Asgard. He basically was just like, hey, Thor,
Whoever.
you a brat. Yeet!
You know,
Whoever
Yeeted him
actually,
to Midgard.
that entire scene was actually improvised.
Yeah, it was.
That was an improvised
So
scene.
now
Shout
we're-
out to Kenneth Branagh for
Kenneth
directing this
Branagh.
film.
He directed that movie?
Kenneth Branagh. Yeah, Kenneth Branagh did.
I didn't believe
Yeah.
that. Okay, I really think it was somebody else, but okay.
Right.
Then you like whoever should hold this hammer
Yes.
as Thor, then
We have
yada
the-
yada
have
other
the power
stuff.
Thor.
There you go.
Yeet!
And,
And
then
it
gets
needs it.
and then gets yeeted down
To
to
Midgard.
Earth.
To Midgard.
Well,
And
you saw
then-
that post credit scene.
Yep. And then somehow we get to see shoot.
Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, Clint Barton.
Well, that, but also
to see Padme.
We don't talk about Padme in this
Natalie
film.
Portman. Hey, come on. She was an important
She
part in that
dumped this
film.
guy in phase 3 for no reason.
Literally no reason.
Because they didn't want to.
I don't think Thor should have dated her because she used to be a dancer to be the Black Swan and she went psychotic.
Oh, that's true.
You are mixing franchises.
Lots of franchises.
But like seriously though, she dumped him after he helped her get a Infinity Stone out of her goddamn body.
Facts. All right,
Yeah.
so then after that, right? Thor up on Earth lands, crash like a boss. This what's the one girl's name?
Jane.
Jane.
Foster.
No. What's the kid's name? This younger girl.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Kat Dennings, right?
Cat, yeah, Cat.
Yeah, whatever. She starts
like something.
She starts simping for Thor. He's going
No, it's an
hammer,
actress. I don't know her name.
hammer. Looking for his hammer. We don't know
Yeah,
where his hammer
yeah,
at.
you look pretty hammered.
Yes, that scene, right?
He
So,
finds his hammer at some point.
He finds his hammer, but when they find it, it is surrounded.
And then you
by-
get, father, I'm down. I know you can hear me. Open the Bifrost.
Yes, no Bifrost for him. No what? No Bifrost for him. My boy
he
banished.
almost gets shot by Clint Barton.
Yes.
Well, don't forget Stellan Skarsgård. Dr. Eric Selvig was there.
He's not really important. Like after
He's kind of important.
you just mentioned his name.
Doesn't he get arrested?
That's like the second one. That's after Avengers.
He gets arrested because he's naked in the street.
Yeah, it's after
Yeah,
Avengers.
that was phase 2. So anyway, continue, Rashad.
Now my memory get a little fuzzy.
You're
about
on
this
the part
movie.
where he gets shot by Thor. With almost gets shot by Thor with Clint.
Oh right, but don't he get like restrained?
Yeah, he gets restrained.
Yeah, then
He
they
tries to fight.
they throw him in the big house.
And then talks with it talks with Phil. Oh, wait a minute. Aren't you forgetting the barbecue scene with Thor's hammer?
Barbecue scene.
No.
Remember?
Oh, where all the people try to lift it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then yeah.
do this?
Yeah,
That-
just
that
a bunch
was
of
the-
hillbillies trying to
That was
lift
in
the
the
Thor's
post
hammer.
credit scene.
That one. No, that's not
Yes,
post.
that was in Iron Man 2. That was the post credit scene in Iron Man 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
but I'm
but
saying,
the-
it's in the Thor movie.
Yeah.
Some
My
of it
boy, my
is.
boy had pulled his Buick out. He attached the chain to it. He was like, "I'm getting this hammer."
Yeah,
Yeet the back of his truck.
Yeah, it was Stan Lee.
Yeah. Did it work? Did it work?
No,
Back
man.
of his truck just went.
No, man's got to take it to Jiffy Lube now.
If that car had worked, would that car have the power of Thor?
Maybe. Oh my
Maybe,
God.
yeah.
Car Thor.
Technically, yeah. Lightning McQueen.
Lightning
McQueen looking a little
McQueen.
different.
Right. So, shoot. Man, you know what? I blank out after that. After
I got you. So you at the part where the hillbillies? I got you. After that, Thor goes to get some. He's in the big house. He's still there. Jane Foster breaks him out.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was Dr. Selvig.
Whichever one. It was like all of them. That's I only know Jane Foster because she was the only one that really cared about that show. Yeah, they all just wanted it. They just support characters. They don't care. They don't matter.
And then they took him to the bar.
And then you gotta go fly back to over to Asgard. Loki about to kill his father. Nah, he in some deep slumber.
Yeah.
He hibernating like a bear.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then my boy Loki was big disguised up as
Frost Giants.
Frost giants.
Dang,
Frost
he doesn't even.
Giants?
Yeah, he was half Frost giant,
No,
Yeah.
I know this. Yeah, I know that.
but he don't go by that now.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't look.
That's Thor 2. You gotta get there until next episode.
Oh, you right. You right.
That's
My
phase
bad. My
two.
fault.
Give-
My
give
fault.
it some
My fault. My
time.
fault.
And phase
You
3.
right. My fault. My fault. Mark. You right.
Yes.
right.
And Loki goes there. He's like, "Yo, Frost giant, you want to go some payback?" They said, "Yeah, I want some payback." They start wrecking havoc. Loki sends
The
Abominable snowman.
not the abominable snowman,
What we're talking about?
the big laser beam.
Oh, the destroyer.
The destroyer. He sends the destroyer down to Texas.
Honestly, let's be honest here. That scene is not accurate at all.
It's not.
Okay,
It's
they're
not.
in
It's not.
Texas. There is people with shotguns everywhere. Okay, I don't care if this thing's called the Destroyer. They don't give.
So then they going for it. Thor said, "Yo, I need coffee. I need beer." So he says, "Another."
Give me another.
Another.
I
And
like
James-
this drink. Another.
Jane said, "Like we don't do that here." I was like, "Oh, my bad."
Oh, yeah, where he slams it on the ground. Another.
And then the destroyer comes. He said, "I gotta do this."
Oh yeah.
He get rocked like the Hulk did by Thanos.
That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You
He getting wrecked.
Who is Thanos?
Ooh.
He getting wrecked.
Oh, my bad.
He getting wrecked like Gandalf.
Oh.
he getting wrecked like the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk. Then the Hammer said, "I'm coming back to you, buddy. You my soul. I need you." Then he started being that mug. Then he goes to Asgard. He said, "I'll come back for you, Jane."
And then gets one very final only kiss from Jane Foster.
And he's gone. He don't come back. He
kiss was
destroys
juicy.
he destroyed the Bifrost. He found Loki. All the Frost giants are dead.
Dead.
He's like, "You can't break this bridge. If you
Can't
break it,
break
you
it.
can't go back to see her."
You can't
go
kill
back.
an entire race. You can't kill an entire race. Why not?
Hey man, shout out to my boy Idris Elba.
Idris Elba is the
Yeah.
gatekeeper. Yeah.
Just in general, I love me some Idris Elba, man.
You talking about Bloodsport?
What?
Bloodsport?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, blood sport.
You know these youngins out here.
You mean Deadshot?
No, but Idris Elba was Bloodsports.
Yeah, I know, but he's just a Deadshot replacement. He's just Deadshot.
Let's continue back with the
Let's continue.
MCU.
Let's continue. Okay. All right. Let's finish.
He said, "You can't break this bridge. You can't go back to see her." He said, "I don't care. I don't even like her in the first place." He breaks it. Loki dies apparently.
Well,
Fake. You gotta
yeah.
wait. You gotta wait. Oh, then like, bro, what just happened when I was asleep? Why my bridge destroyed? Where your brother at? And then Thor's like, I don't even know what happened. Like, I don't even see nothing. Yeah, I came back. This bridge was destroyed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then this film really ends with obviously Jane
Jane doesn't even go see the man.
Yeah.
She waited. You coming back?
she stands there waiting, then cuts back to Asgard where everybody is just basically
They
celebrating.
partying, and then after that, it's time for the post-credit scene. Oh my God, the post-credit scene about to be fire. You know why?
The Tesseract has awakened.
No, I was gonna say Loki back.
Right, but also the Tesseract.
I
Like,
guess you could say it's worth a look. Like you see his shadow, and he's like,
I guess that's worth a look then.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, now the very first man to become an Avenger in his back in the 19-something years.
40s.
His name is Mr. Stephen Head Rogers, aka known as Captain America.
All right,
hell was that?
so we are at Captain America, the first Avenger, and and this particular film was assigned to me, Christian Taylor. So I just want to say, hope you all listening in are enjoying the podcast so far.
Yeah,
we are now
we are having a lot of fun in
yeah,
this episode.
and we are now at film number 5. So I'm going to do my best to give a quick little brief summary on this film. It is my favorite out of the first phase of films.
Honestly, it's like up there with mine too.
Yeah, like this film is extremely good, and I just think it did a good job of introducing Captain America. And so here's a little fun fact. So the film was released on July 19th, 2011. The director was Joe Johnson. The box office was $370.6 million, and it was produced by, of course, Marvel Studios, and it was produced by Kevin Feige. And the movie stars Chris Evans as Captain America, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, and I'm going to need some help here. Who played Peggy Carter?
Yes.
Haley Atwell, and Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. So those are like the four main around the main people of this movie. And the runtime is around 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Forgot to mention something.
What's that?
This is his second role as a Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. So that's a little funny fact that Chris Evans actually originally played Human Torch in the first 2 live-action Fantastic Four films.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
so
that
that
was-
reminds me of something. For the Multiverse of Madness, people are saying they want Chris Evans to walk out, and instead of saying, Avengers Assemble or whatever, he says "Flame On,"
Yeah, that'd be like a nice little
like a little cameo,
Like a little cameo.
and like
Yeah.
that's how they introduced the new Fantastic Four.
but that's a rumor, right?
It's a rumor. It's not.
Yeah,
no, I
yeah,
doubt-
it's a
I doubt
rumor. So the reason why I like this movie so much is because I like this tale about a man who fights as hard as he can to get what he wants, to fight in World War II and stand up for what's right and stand up for the little guy, as he puts it. And I just relate so much to Captain America's character in this film. He wants to do all these things, but his physical appearance prevents him from doing that. But he's still a good guy, and gotta think. So the movie begins. I have to admit, though, the opening to this movie was very good. Like, the movie sets the stakes up immediately. Like, it wastes no time in introducing our main villain, the Red Skull. It opens up, and do you remember where the opening takes place?
I think it was Norway, and for the record, this is Johann Schmidt being played by Hugo Weaving during this time around before phases 3 and 4, by the way.
Yeah. So the movie opens up with Red Skull and his men attacking the city, looking for the Tesseract, and you find out that a priest has it safely kept away in the church somewhere, and then Red Skull persuades him to tell him where it is. He gets it, and then. So the stakes are already up. Like, we have now a Nazi officer with the Tesseract, and we're all like, what's he gonna do with that? So it's already setting the stakes up for our main villain. So then it cuts back to New York.
Because if you remember closely, like when he shot the priest, you can definitely see some blood coming onto Schmidt's badge, Hydra badge, symbolizing the Red Skull.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that was such a magnificent way to introduce this villain. And such that whole thing happens, we cut back to it cuts to New York City, right?
Yes, it does.
Because it's been a little bit since I've seen this movie last, and I'm trying to think. So we know it cuts back to New York, and we see Steve. He's tried applying for the military multiple times, but each time they keep saying no to him because he's just not built for it. He's way too short, way too thin.
Yeah, he a medic child, but you forgot a part. He was at the movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was in the theater watching a promotional clip for recruiting soldiers for World War II, and this guy kept talking in the theater. He's like, "Hey, can you show some respect, please?" And then the guy kept talking. He's like, "Hey, you want to shut up?"
Yeah,
Steve
because
says.
the guy was it's like, who cares? Play the movie already.
Wasn't one of them Bucky?
No, Bucky was not there yet. So the guy takes Steve out back, beats him up, and then that's when Bucky shows up, and he's like, "Hey, pick on someone your own size." And then Bucky gets a few hits in on the guy. He just runs away, and then Bucky helps Steve back up. Then Steve says the classic, "I had him on the ropes," you know. And Bucky's like, "I know you
to
did."
Steve Rogers' credit, though, I mean, you could definitely tell he didn't want to give up. I mean,
Yeah,
What
exactly.
you mean? I can do this all day.
Yeah, I can do this all. I can do this all day. Another famous line, and I love the foreshadowing when he picks up the trash can lid and holds it like a shield.
Yeah.
I thought that was a nice little foreshadowing to what's going to happen later on. So then that's when Bucky breaks the news to Steve that he has been fully enlisted into the army and that they're shipping out to the war first thing tomorrow. And then Steve's pretty upset about it because he wanted to fight alongside his best friend more than anything. So he tries to enlist one more time
At the Stark Expo.
at Stark Expo, and
let's backtrack a little bit. So after that, Bucky tells him that we're going to go see the Stark Expo, and that
I got dates.
there's going to be a couple of girls there. And then they go there, and then we get to see Stark's father for the first time because this is also a pretty cool moment because we get to see Stark's dad, like
Tony Stark's father, Howard Stark, right?
Howard Stark for the very first time. It was so cool seeing him, and then we see him testing out the new flying car thing that he's trying to do.
I said it in a few years, right?
Yeah, so the test didn't go well, but hey, you gotta admit though he's trying. It's like Elon Musk when the SpaceX rockets exploded. Like at least we're trying to make something that will eventually work. You know?
Are you sure Walt Disney did not appear in the first Captain America film? Because I'm getting Walt Disney vibes from Howard Stark because it does have a little bit of inspiration to it.
No, it's not how it goes.
I mean,
I can see the inspiration, but I don't think it's if anything, it's more just a coincidence.
Yeah, I would just say coincidence at most on
But
that
I can
one.
see where he does kind of look like Walt Disney in that with how it's set up. But
So after the party and everything, I believe this is after the party. Steve goes to try to enlist one more time, and that's when we meet the doctor who he walks in and he asks, "So when you get to the war, what do you want to do? Do you want to kill Nazis and everything?" And he's like, "What's your motive here, Steve?" Then Steve's like, "I don't want to kill anybody. I don't like bullies. I want to do what's right." Because the scientist, who is he played by?
Stanley Tucci.
And what's his name in the movie?
Oh,
I don't think they ever gave him a name.
Because it's been a while since I've seen this film. I'm trying to remember his name.
Oh wait, hold on. Where are we at?
Marshall, right in here. You gotta help me out.
Dr. Abraham Erskine. Yes.
So because what I like about this scientist, he's not trying to find the biggest and strongest military dude in the army. He's actually trying to find someone who has a good heart and goodwill.
You weak.
That's what he's looking for in a person to give the serum to or test it on. Is someone with goodwill, with the heart of gold, who will always try to do what's best. It's about being a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, and all the answers that Steve gave was exactly what he wanted to hear. So he picked Steve to be his subject to inject the serum into, which I thought was very cool. And then now, what happens after this?
I got you. He's been enlisted to the army because of Dr. Abraham. And so he trains with all the other soldiers, but everybody finds him weak.
Yeah,
including the Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones. He was in this film.
Yeah, he plays like the older army sergeant, and the montage of Steve working with the soldiers. Like it shows you how rough he had it. Like he was being bullied nonstop for being this little guy. It wasn't fair.
I mean, we were also introduced to Peggy Carter as well.
Yeah, who is another queen in this franchise, by the way. Like Peggy freaking Carter. She was the Black Widow of the 1940s. Like, she is incredible. Like, she was, like, in my opinion, if I had to write a paper about a strong female lead done right, I would pick her 100%. Definitely. Because, like, her character in this film is just, she was so cool. Like, think about it. Like, this was in the 1940s. Like, women weren't exactly treated the best way. Like, they had to fight for years to get rights to vote, you know? Like, women were looked at upon of just being the ones who clean the house up, who stay at the house all the time. So to see a woman on the front lines of World War II, you know,
and then,
training soldiers and everything.
Not
like,
to mention the fact she's like literally the leader of MI6 at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's like unheard of for that particular time period.
Yeah, definitely.
And don't forget, she actually clocked a guy in the face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the minute she enters this film, you can tell right away she is a force to be reckoned with. Like, you do not mess around with her. She means business. Like, she is not messing around.
Because I think one of the soldiers just mocked her and was like, "What you talking about? What you talking about, princess? Thought I was signing up for the U.S. Army." Just like mocks her until like, yeah, no, you're getting clocked, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that was such an awesome moment.
And then it's just funny because Tommy Lee Jones pops in a second later, just like impressed and feels very impressed about her clocking the guy.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. And what happens after this? Isn't this where the famous running scene happens? Where Steve climbs
the running scene.
Yeah, where like the sergeant guy's like, if anyone can reach that flag, they get a ride back with Agent Carter.
Everybody tries so hard.
Everybody tries to climb the flagpole. They all fail, and then Steve. This scene was so funny. Steve just walks up, pulls the pin off. The pole falls over. He grabs the flag.
I think he folds it too.
Yeah, I think he might have. He folds it and then
gets in the car.
Then he just gets in the car and drives away. I love that smirk that Peggy gave him. It's like, that was so funny.
I mean,
I think it's truly that is the point in this whole training scene where it's like, okay, this is why he's here. Mm-hmm. It's not because he's the strongest, not because he's the fastest. It's because of his brain.
Hey, sometimes brains can go above brains over bronze.
Which up until this point, it really has only been brains over bronze.
Yeah.
Other than Thor.
I don't know. Stark kind of is just brawn. He doesn't make the weapons. He kind of just takes the weapons and then uses them. But still useful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, but he also Stark makes the suits. Stark is, you know.
We don't see him do that. He just kind of makes them.
He makes them in the movies. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so to get back on track with the film, I believe so. We cut back to we have another brief scene with Hydra setting up a plan to have an agent infiltrate the facility during when the experiment happens, so that they can take the serum for themselves.
Yeah,
and then it cuts to Steve being driven to the facility where the test is going to happen, and that's when him and Peggy have a very nice conversation. Like, you see, this scene to me, looking back, was a little bit too real because, like, Steve is trying so hard to be nice. Like, he has no idea how to talk to a woman. Like, he's so used to just being, you know, being turned down all the time. And as someone who's single right now, you know, and I've had all kinds of relationships go south. Like, that scene really hit me in the feels.
I totally agree.
Because you can tell he really likes her. He's trying so hard to say these things, and it's not sounding the way he wants them to. And then Peggy's like, "You have no idea how to talk to a woman, do you?" And he's like, "No, I don't."
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's a really cool scene, especially because everyone else, other than like the people who are really young watching this movie, go, "Oh, he's really, really small." Like, just in general, like, no, I personally, I didn't know who Chris Evans was.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that he was jacked. I just assumed that he was this tiny, scrawny little dude. Not really.
I mean, well, the stand-in,
Kind
because
of.
they had a stand-in for that.
They didn't have a stand-in, but it wasn't completely a stand-in. They did have CGI for his
Right.
face. They did CGI Chris Evans' face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that actually would be weird. But thankfully, after the experience, we get to see the real Chris Evans.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, I gotta admit though, the experiment scene, it was very suspenseful because, like, especially near the end when Steve starts screaming from inside the chamber, they almost ended the test.
Yeah.
Then Steve's like, "No, don't! I can do this!" Like, that was so cool. It's like, no, I can handle this pain. Like, keep going, get it to 100%.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The funniest thing is the Peggy scene at where he comes out and he's jacked now and Peggy touches him. That is 100% like not planned. She just could not resist touching a shirtless Chris Evans.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because like Chris Evans confirmed that in an interview. I thought that was so funny.
It was just like oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Of all the takes, you went with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a surprising moment too because you just like transition from a scrawny little dude to a jacked up soldier.
Yeah.
It's like, Dan, can I get some of this serum, please?
Please. God, help.
Don't worry.
Hey, when does this come? When is this public? Please.
Don't worry. You'll see.
I'll take out a loan. I
Don't
care.
worry. You'll see an alternate version of that in Phase 4. But
Yeah, in a way.
the lab gets blown up because a Hydra agent snuck in, although actually introduced, right?
Yeah, like, you know, if you pay attention, he introduces himself. He has like the American accent and everything. Like, no one thinks anything about him. They just think he's a normal dude there to report on what happens. And then that's when he pulls the lighter out of his pocket, opens it, and that sets off the explosives. Then he
Kills Dr. Abraham with his gun.
Yeah, and then Steve holds him in his arms, and then he points to Steve's heart, like, remember, this is what makes you who you are. And then he dies. Then Steve starts chasing after the undercover Nazi.
And then
He goes to run for a hidden underwater submarine in the Hudson River.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And
It
also,
was like
here's
some
a
James Bond stuff.
yeah, it really did. And here's
Yeah, it
and
did.
here's another cool fact. The scene where he's shooting his gun at Steve, then Steve tears off a taxi cab door. If you pay attention in the background, there is a lady with a camera who takes a picture of that moment. And in Winter Soldier, when Cap is walking through the museum, if you pause the scene and look at one of the pictures, it's him holding the cab door.
That's awesome.
It's the picture that lady took.
That's awesome.
Is that not like a nice little like attention to detail?
Yeah.
And, like, yeah.
I don't like. That's the one thing about the Marvel movies is like they all have so much detail put into them, where it's like
Very.
we will watch every frame of this movie to make sure it lines up with the next,
and it really does. It really does. I could definitely tell.
and it pays off a lot.
Yeah.
It really does. Very.
Yeah.
Which,
And-
I mean, we're not in phase 5, right? Are
No, we're not
We're
even
in phase 4.
Yeah,
We're in
we are
phase
in
4.
phase 4.
But like with the
And then going back to Captain America.
So Cap chase. And there was another cool moment where like the Nazi tries to use the kid as a human shield. He like throws him into the water so that Steve has to jump in and save the kid while he gets away. But then it turns out the kid's like, no, don't worry about me. I can swim. Go get him. You know. So
I mean, hey, at least the
do
kid can
kids
swim.
in Germany not swim?
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, that was like it was an attempt, but I don't know. That scene kind of didn't that specific thing didn't make sense, especially when the guy has a gun. The guy has a gun, yet he decides to throw the kid into the water.
He was out of bullets.
I think he was out of bullets. Actually, I think he was
Yeah.
pretending he still had ammo in the gun.
That's
That might, yeah.
again, that's great attention to detail, but I don't know.
Because doesn't the gun have like 6 or 8 rounds or something?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember what happens now. So Cap runs in. He has the gun point to the kid's head. So he's like, "Wait, don't do this." Then he aims the gun at him, pulls the trigger. He realizes, "Oh, my gun's empty." Then he throws the kid into the river.
Right.
Yeah, I had to think about that for a
Which,
second.
let's be honest here, I don't care how good that kid can swim. It's the Hudson River. There is so much oil. There's so much oil in that.
So anyway, so the kid can swim. So then Cap jumps into the water, chases the submarine down, punches a hole in it, drags the dude back up to the surface to get information out of him. He swallows a cyanide pill. He's like, cuts off one head, another one grows or something. Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
It's very remnant of like all of the scenes that you would think about.
Mm-hmm.
Like that scene is like, I don't know, a lot of times in sports people are like, this will be forgotten if this flops, but if it doesn't flop, this is going to be one of the most memorable lines of the movie.
It is easily the most memorable line in the film. I mean, you get to hear that line multiple times.
Yeah, so America has now been introduced to the Hydra, to the threat of Hydra, and that's when they decide to go after him. And then Steve's like, "Sir, if you're gonna go after not Schmidt, what?
Hydra.
If you're gonna go after Hydra, I want in." And they're like, and he's like, "No."
Meanwhile, Howard Stark is just like,
Hello? Do you not realize how this? Yeah, so then the military decides to use Steve as like a product placement or something.
yeah, just a promotional.
just a promotional thing. Like he goes to like camps throughout Germany to
Chicago. and New York.
help promote the army and everything.
Yeah,
And
and then he goes to camps throughout, like you said, like in Germany and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
to, like raise morale, and it's just like
yeah, exactly.
it doesn't work.
It's not working at all. Like Steve wants to be a real soldier. So then here's where the film really starts to pick up. He learns that the 107th battalion that Bucky is in was captured by Hydra, and that
Their base is not far away.
and their base is not too far away. So then he convinces Peggy to fly him out there, and he jumps from the plane with a parachute. And if you pay attention, his outfit resembles to how Cap dressed, like in the very early comics of Captain America.
Even the comic book itself makes an appearance too.
Not to mention the fact he also does not have his shield yet.
Yeah,
He
they're
has a like tin piece of crap. And
yeah.
Yeah, it really does. And then everybody still mocks him. The soldiers at camp still mock him. Like even at one point calling him Tinkerbell.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they just all say, "Bring out the girls!"
Yeah. And this whole scene of him sneaking through the base to get to the prisoner area, I thought was so awesome. And I love the scene where he releases all the soldiers. They're all like, "Dude, you know what you're doing?" Cap's like, "Yeah, I've knocked out Adolf Hitler over 200 times."
Yeah, and then
one guy's like, "Whoa."
one of them was driving a Hydra tank, and then everybody else was using grenades. And then,
Yeah, that whole scene was so awesome. I love their reactions to real, like, when they climb inside the Hydra tank, one dude's like, "Well, this ain't exactly a Buick," but...
yeah, it's like time travel, literally.
Yeah, and then one of the soldiers picks up one of the guns. They're like, "Hey, you know how to use that?" Pulls a trigger, and then...
It literally like makes someone dissolve.
And they're like, he's like, "Okay."
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
and then we get to see
Proof that Americans will figure out how to use any firearm.
that's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
Oh, and Bucky, we get to see Bucky.
Yeah, exactly. And then Steve finds the room where Bucky is. He saves them. And I like Bucky's reaction. He's like, "Wait a minute. You were smaller last time I saw you," you know? So they're trying to get out of the base. Everything's blowing up. I don't remember like what happened. Did Cap like set off a charge or something to blow the base up? Because like, or did the soldiers escaping do something?
I think I remember the soldiers escaping. They found explosives and they started placing them around.
Oh really?
think-
Oh, okay.
I think Johann Schmidt started the countdown.
Oh, that's right. They're like
That too.
That too. I forgot about that.
I think it was both of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, both of them, because obviously, like, Armzola, his the scientist, was like, "No, what are you doing?" And then Schmidt was like, "Our forces are outmatched."
Oh, that's right. They started a countdown to self-destruct the whole place. That's
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
And this is also the first run-in Captain America has with Red
yes.
Skull.
So him and Bucky are trying to get out of the facility, and that's when they run into Red Skull, and then that's when Red Skull reveals himself, pulls off the plastic face mask
Which,
thing he was wearing.
That scene messed me up as a kid.
Yeah, that is a crazy.
And the
face
worst part
reveal.
was he removes everything. I'm like, oh, he's just bloody. He's just bloody. And then the nose piece is stuck. And then he peeled off the nose piece, and I was like,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was weird.
Yeah. No matter what lies Abraham told you, you see, I was his greatest success.
Yeah, and I loved these two's introduction, and I like how Bucky has a chance to leave the facility, and Steve's like yelling at him to get out of here because the bridge collapsed and he has no way to get across. Then Bucky yells, he's like, "I'm not going anywhere without you." You know, that just shows you how deep their friendship
literally
is.
the exact line of, "I'm with you till the end of the line."
Yeah, literally, what you find out in the sequels. And so Steve, a last-minute effort, decides, okay, screw it. I'm just going to run as fast as I can and see if I can jump across this. He jumps. Explosions are happening all around him. We don't know if he made the jump. And everybody thinks that Steve and the soldiers were all killed. Then they notice something walking towards the camp. Everybody runs ahead. Then Steve and all the soldiers come walking up. The theme song kicks in.
Mind
It's
you,
just-
they're also walking up with like 50 prisoners.
Yeah, that's an army right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just what an awesome moment. They're all just walking in. It's just like, dude, Cap, you did it. Like, you are incredible.
Yeah.
That was just a really feel-good moment. The viewer could be like, yes, he made it. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like, what an awesome moment.
That is a truly awesome moment.
And
now,
I love what follows. Everybody's cheering and everything. The lady's like, "Hey, let's hear it for Captain America." Then everybody just starts cheering and everything. It's just like, ugh, it's so good. I love it.
I mean, it really does. And then we even get another Stan Lee cameo for a Medal of Honor award.
Yeah, exactly.
And then because Stanley was just sitting there, sees a guy come out on stage telling him that Cap's not here, and it was like,
I thought he'd be taller.
I thought he'd be taller.
Yeah, that was awesome. You know what's even more funny? That he actually, I thought that was so funny that he plays a retired World War II soldier in Age of Ultron at the party.
Yeah.
When Steve gives him, not Steve, Thor gives him that booze or whatever.
Oh,
remember?
the Asgardian booze.
Yeah, exactly. That was so funny. But anyway, back on track. So that whole scene was awesome. Now, I'm going to need some help here again. What happens after this?
Okay,
Scene?
we get to see
What's going on?
there's a party
we
scene.
are right after Bucky and all and the surviving members of his team are
Oh,
saved.
they're in the party. They're at the bar, and they're going. Peggy comes. They was gonna get briefed on their mission. Peggy wants a dance. Peggy doesn't get that dance because the general comes in.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then they have They go on missions. They fight Nazis for the whole. Like there's a montage of them just fighting Nazis.
Yeah,
Then they come to the train scene where there's a Nazi on board.
You're forgetting the shield.
That too, and the shield scene. My bad.
Vibranium.
They stole that from the Wakanda.
Hey Marshall, so one sec before you continue. One of my favorite scenes in the film was when Stark is showing Steve the different shield choices, and Steve likes the circular one. I like how Peggy walks in and he's like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" She just picks up a pistol.
Well, you're
and starts
missing. You're
shooting,
missing what
like-
happened before that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Where
yeah, that's
Steve
right.
made out with that one.
that one blonde
And-
secretary.
And she's so upset, she starts walking away. Steve, thinks nothing of it because he didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, I mean that's out of
he's
his.
checking out shields, and he goes. Howard goes, "Peggy, how's this one?" She goes, "Let me check." Wanting to kill him.
Yes,
Like, literally
I
wanting
think
to
it
kill him.
works.
Yeah, I was
Oh my
like,
God.
whoa.
It's like, Peggy, can I hug you? You're just so freaking awesome. Like, oh
Like
my
she is
gosh.
ready to kill someone over a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, and then you also get this nice one-liner. I have some ideas about the suit. Whatever you say, pal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then we get the traditional Captain America suit that we see now.
Yeah, I love the shot when him and his other friends and Bucky run through the doors, shooting their guns. Steve, shield in one hand, 1911 Colt pistol in the other, just
The
wrecking,
most American.
just burning down every base they enter. It's just like, oh man, this is awesome.
most American thing.
And then Red Skull,
Uh-huh.
tells Zola like, "You're failing. We had our numbers uphanded by some guy in the shield."
Just finish your mission, Doctor, before the Americans finish theirs.
Yeah.
or something along
And
those
then
lines.
we get the train, and then we get the train scene.
Yeah, and then we get the famous train scene, and this
Remember-
is where the story takes a huge point. These guys are so used to walking out victorious every single time. They never lose anybody, but then we lose Bucky, supposedly.
That's sad.
Yeah, I remember watching that scene, and I remember crying.
Yeah,
I remember crying.
Steve's like
I had
trying to,
built such like an emotional connection to those two's friendship,
yeah,
and it's just like, oh, now one of them's dead. Why?
and not to mention right before they had a callback where Bucky was trapped inside the train car. He's out of ammo. Then Steve manages to get the door open. He like signals Bucky, throws Bucky his pistol, and then Bucky shoots the dude, and Bucky says, I had him on the ropes. Steve's like, I know you did. That's when the mech soldier shows up and
Yeah.
blows up the train car, which leads to Bucky falling out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was such a sad moment. Like, Steve is like trying to, and he's like, he can't do anything. He's like, Bucky, hold on. I'm trying to reach. You can't reach him. The metal bar breaks, and we just see him fall. It's just like, when I was a kid watching that, I was like, I thought he was dead, man. I'm like, oh man, they did him so dirty. He deserved better. 2011, it's like, Winter Soldier wasn't a thing yet. So it's like at that moment, I thought Bucky was dead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then later on, Zola gets arrested, but Tommy Lee Jones shows up to have a conversation with him about the Hydra base and Red Skull, and then this leads to Zola saying that he believes that Red
He
Skull
walks
has
in the footsteps of the gods.
yeah, and then his target. What was his target? His target is everywhere.
And I just love that moment where we find out through dialogue that like the prisoner, he's like a vegetarian. He doesn't believe in eating meat. So Tommy Jones's character walks in with a tray with steak and mashed potato on it. Like,
Yeah.
I just thought that was so funny.
Could have given the mashed potatoes though.
Yeah, well, I mean, fair enough.
But anyway, we get to see the fully improved final Hydra base from Red Skull and all the Hydra members, and then
Steve purposely gets himself caught. He's in the main office of Red Skull. He's like, I just love this moment. And so, please tell me, what makes you so special? Steve's just like, nothing. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn,
That line is great. Just the I'm just a kid from Brooklyn. It truly embodies what Captain America is.
Yes,
like
it's-
literally. Because and again, this is Phase 4 stuff. But
Mhm.
with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, you really find out like how much that line makes Captain America what Captain America is,
yes.
and
Perfection.
how like he doesn't introduce himself as Captain America.
yeah.
He introduces himself as Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
And then obviously we get a pretty cool fight sequence between the soldiers and the Hydra soldiers. Awesome fight scene. Awesome action sequence. And then we cut to then obviously Steve Rogers giving a only kiss from Peggy Carter.
Well, we're jumping ahead a little bit. So
Why not?
so when the soldiers are invading the base, I think my favorite Peggy Carter moment was when Steve's pinned down by one of the mega suits that has a flamethrower. Peggy just walks and loads an entire clip from her Thompson into the dude, and he blows up.
You're also forgetting the fact that I don't think it was. Wait, no, she wasn't using a Thompson.
Yeah, it was a Tommy gun with a stick clip, not a
Are
drum
you sure?
mag.
I thought she was using one of the Hydra guns.
No, it was
No.
a Thompson.
Okay,
It was
a
a
different scene
Thompson.
where she picks up a Hydra gun. Then
I think.
I
don't
think
know.
it was actually the same scene. It was just after the Tommy gun clip.
Yeah, she just walks up, just entire magazine into the like. That was so awesome. And then what happens after this? So what does it cut to? I
Cuts
forget.
to,
It cuts to the plane.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Hydra's trying to take off in the plane. That's when Steve's not fast enough. He's like running, trying to keep up with it to get on, and he can't. That's when Tommy Lee Jones' character drives up with Peggy and the
by
Hydra.
far the coolest car in all of MCU.
Okay, can we talk about that moment
yeah,
when?
that car though. That was Schmidt's car, by the way.
Can we talk about that moment where he's like, Tommy Lee's character is like, what does this button do? Presses the right button, the car just goes into maximum overdrive. Just,
Like literally the coolest car in the MCU.
Yes,
I,
yes,
I
I
don't
agree.
think that's gonna top it for quite a while.
And then obviously, Captain America was about to jump inside the plane, gets one only final kiss from Peggy Carter. And then a little goodbye to the Colonel. I'm not kissing ya.
yeah, that was so funny.
And then obviously enough. This is where we're inside the plane. And
Yes.
nice little attention to detail. One of them goes to New York, the other goes to Chicago.
Mm,
I was like, they're trying to do Chicago as well.
I mean, Chicago was the second largest city in America. at the
Actually,
time.
that's
At that particular time, so yeah.
well.
And not to mention the fact that the, even with the time frame, the World Circus was had just happened.
That's right. That's right.
There was
Very true.
There was a lot of people in Chicago at that time.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so Cap fights through all the soldiers and everything. He prevents most of the planes from taking off. So then now we're just down to Red Skull in the main cockpit, and then we have the final battle. And I also love this other character moment where Red Skull shoots his gun at Steve. He's like, "You don't give up, do you?" Nope. And then they keep fighting and everything, and Steve eventually beats Red Skull, and then Red Skull gets
the Tesseract.
the Tesseract, but then it just... Now, this scene confuses me a little bit looking back on it. So, why does the cube randomly absorb Red Skull? It's never done that before until this point.
Yeah, so Red Skull, there's the whole ideal behind with the Infinity Stones, how some people cannot just straight up handle one of them, let alone more than one.
Right.
I just don't think Red Skull could have handled one of them.
True.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Right,
and not
tr-
to mention the fact the other part of it is the Infinity Stones need a keeper. So the possibility that the Tesseract, being the Space Stone, could have teleported him to the Soul Stone.
which explains why he was teleported into what was it called, Vormir, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Mhm.
in my
also-
mind, when I actually saw this for the first time, I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead at
Yeah,
one point.
me too.
I called it before Avengers came out. I was like, this is not the last time. He's gonna come back.
Yeah, I was wondering that too once in a while. But then, so after the battle is over, Steve tries to figure out how to stop this plane. He realizes the only way he can stop this is he has to nosedive it into the ocean because it's heading for New York City and he can't stop it. And there's just not enough time. It's
Meanwhile,
going.
the actual entire plane is heading for New York City.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
entire plane was headed to New York.
So Steve decides to make the ultimate sacrifice and drive the plane into the ocean, into the, I believe, was it the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes, Northern
Because
Atlantic.
yeah, the Northern Atlantic. Yeah,
He basically crashed into Greenland.
Yeah, something
basically.
like
Yeah. Now here's my thing though. It's like, couldn't he have so this is just me looking at, maybe I'm looking too far into this. Couldn't he have just steered the plane down and then escape it before it hit the ground with like a parachute or something?
No. No, because the way the plane worked was, it had a locked autopilot. So that happened when they were fighting him and Red Skull. They broke the autopilot machine. So no matter what happened, it was going there.
So you had
Yeah.
to manually drive it in.
And unless Steve was literally about to, unless he was somehow, which again, it's Captain America, so I wouldn't doubt it, but it would be really hard nonetheless. Unless he was going to angle it straight down, right?
Mm-hmm.
At about, I'd say 500 feet, and then jump out without getting hit by the plane itself, he might have been able to survive. But that also means that the nukes would have gone off because the plane would have exploded.
Right, that would have been the thing. But since this was in Greenland or Iceland or something, this does explain how frozen the entire plane got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
And-
crashes the plane into the ocean. He disappears, and then we cut to the war's over. Everybody's cheering and everything, and
70 years later.
And well, wait,
Not yet.
and then HQ's filing away everything. War's over. They're packing up all the paperwork, and then Tommy Lee Jones's character walks up, hands the file over to Peggy. She opens it. It's a picture of Rogers when he first started training back at the beginning of the film. And then we cut to a group.
You also have to remember on that report, they listed him as MIA. They did not list him as deceased.
Yeah, and also we gotta talk about. I completely skipped this moment right before the plane hits. Steve and Peggy are talking about where their first date's going to happen, when they're going to dance and everything. That hit me right in the feels.
Yeah.
I'll never forget watching that. I thought that was the last time they were going to speak to one another.
Yeah.
Is everything set, ready to go, and that's when she loses contact with him. That's the last thing she hears, from him. What a sad moment. Then it just cuts to her bawling her eyes out at the control panel.
Yeah.
And and did you also notice there's a moment when she's talking to Steve, Tommy Lee Jones's character tells the other soldiers to leave the room. Like, he knows that Steve's going to have to make the ultimate sacrifice. He orders everybody to leave, so it's just her.
Yeah, it's very sad, and
Honestly, the movie would not be the same without Tommy Lee Jones in that.
yeah.
Yeah, and so then the last thing we see after Peggy looks into the file, it cuts to a group of kids playing on the street with a trash can with the Captain America shield painted onto it.
Such a good scene.
It's such a cool moment. It just shows you how much this character inspires people to do what's right and to stand up for themselves. And so then we cut to 70 years later, and Steve wakes up in a hospital bed designed to look like a 1940s hospital room.
And then
he immediately catches on to the act because there's a game playing on the radio that happened in 1942, not 45, because he was there.
I thought it was 40. I thought it was 41.
It was 42.
42?
It was the World Series, I believe.
Probably, yeah.
But the funniest part about that whole scene is still to this day, I'm sitting here going, SHIELD is a billion-dollar organization. They have the world's best spies, and yet they let that slide.
Yeah, that might have been on purpose. You can argue for that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So then Cap breaks out of the facility. He's running down the street and everything, and then he stops at New York Square. And that's when we see Nick Fury again. And then that's when Nick Fury breaks the news to Cap. Cap,
you've been asleep, Cap, for 75 years.
And then
almost 70 years.
So I mean, at that time it would have been 70 years.
70. Yeah.
So then Cap looks around. He's all shocked and everything. And then Fury's like, "You gonna be okay?" And then Steve's like, "Yeah, I had a date." And then
cuts to the ending. It's very, I find this is a very sad ending too, because he's waking up in today's world, realizing everything now is being advanced, and the one thing that comes to his mind is Peggy, because is Peggy Carter.
Oh my! Think about this for a second. Imagine you wake up one day and you find out that it's 70 years into the future, and literally everybody in your life is dead.
Not everybody.
Everybody you knew is gone.
Not everybody.
You have nothing now. You're all alone in the world.
You got Peggy.
Well, Peggy was still around, but he didn't know that yet at the time.
And plus, Josh Whedon did the post credit scene for this film. He did it for The Winter Soldier.
Okay. Okay.
Jumping ahead, man.
Okay, yeah.
We got to hurry up and get to the Avengers.
All right.
It's about to be 3 hours long.
As of now, let's get to the moment we all been waiting for.
Okay, the Avengers. Woo.
We are getting to the Avengers now. We're going to talk about the Avengers
Quick,
very quick, because this has been a very fun episode with a boatload of. When we're talking about Phase 1 of the MCU, you know what you're talking about. But let's do this one very quick.
So I actually have a little interim with this,
What?
because I've been saving onto this one since the Hulk.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when they were announcing the Avengers, at Comic-Con, Mark Ruffalo, obviously was going for the Hulk, and he auditioned.
Yeah.
And the way they were going to tell him, this was the exact words, okay? They go, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to get a call at 5 a.m. on this day. You have an hour to get ready. You're going to L.A. There will be a car waiting for you in front of your house. It's going to take you to the airport. You're going to get on it, and you're going to go Comic-Con.
Okay.
If not, then you didn't get the role. That's what his agent told him. So at 5 a.m., Mark Ruffalo wakes up, looks outside. There's a car. Gets in the car, takes him to L.A. Comic-Con. That day is the day the Avengers are being announced. Everyone has already been announced except for the Hulk. And Robert Downey Jr. is talking, right? And he goes, and now for the Incredible Hulk, reprising the role as Hulk. Everyone's sitting there thinking, what was the one? Yeah, everyone's like,
Yeah.
It's Norton. It's Norton. Everyone cheers, and he goes, Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo walks out. It's dead silent.
Really? Dead
Yeah.
silent.
Because he said he said it wrong. He said reprising, which means doing again.
Oh, don't forget because I forgot who was the first Hulk. Not Lou Ferrigno, but
Edward Norton.
Yeah. Well, there was a 2003.
Don't talk about that
Yeah,
one.
but
Yeah, I know we don't talk about that one.
Breaking the rule again, man.
Yeah, bring the roll. Anyways, that's what I had to add in.
Okay. So now let's get to this film.
I got this. This is the fastest synopsis you're gonna get right
Do
here.
it. Do it, Marshall. Do it.
Opening up, the Shield base somewhere in New Jersey gets destroyed. Loki comes out like, I'm gonna kill everybody except for Hawkeye, the Doctor, and Nick Fury. Nick Fury's like, I need the Avengers Initiative right now. And what's her name? Not Carter. Maria Hill and Coulson.
Yes.
They all go.
Remember his name.
Iron Man's fixing something to give energy to New York. That's still Mark 6, not Mark 7 yet. Captain America is doing something for S.H.I.E.L.D. Hulk is like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hurt these people. Captain America and Iron Man get sent in to go stop Loki.
And then
Well,
Black Widow. Don't forget Black Widow.
Black Widow did nothing. She just drove the Quinjet in and that was it. Loki said, I gotta do this. Oh my god, lightning. I'm not the only son of Odin. Thor comes in, grabs Loki. Iron Man falls. Cap also falls. They have this big fight. Iron Man did like a team up with Thor. Remember that move? Remember the
Power.
move?
400% capacity.
Remember the move with Captain America? They also do the same move. They all end. Like, okay, we're together. They all go back to the Shield. Guess what? Hawkeye was telling them the whole entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye infiltrates the helicarrier. Helicarrier is almost destroyed, but they realize Tony Stark can help them out.
I'll give you a break. Not to mention the fact that there's also the. It seems to run on some form of electricity. You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
After that, you're also you missed the part where they're all arguing in the center. Hulk grabs the staff, which is a great off-screen thing. It's cool. Hulk grabs the staff, then they get blown up. Bruce Banner currently and Natasha Romanoff fall to the lower levels. Captain America and Iron Man are about to start a boxing match. Thor is Thor. He doing something off screen.
He comes in with the Hulk.
Yeah, he comes back in later. Meanwhile, Hawkeye is just all over the place, literally just wrecking. Basically, a SEAL team comes in, wrecks more. Loki gets free. He traps Thor in the cage. Well, not yet. We're getting there. We'll get there. Okay, that is the end of this. Okay, we get to Cap and Iron Man start repairing the rotors of the helicarrier. Iron Man gets kind of put in a blender for a sec, but he's good. Then you get Natasha and the Hulk start, wrecking havoc downstairs. Hulk really tries not to come out, but he does, and he gets really angry about it. And then Thor comes, beats the shit out of Hulk for a sec.
Yep.
Then Hulk jumps on a Quinjet. Not a Quinjet, just a regular jet. And tries to rip the pilot out, but can't get a grip. And he crashes.
Yep. And then Black Widow fights Hawkeye.
Black Widow fights Hawkeye with a railing.
And words of wisdom.
Yeah, a railing and words of wisdom. knocks him out. Cap does get shot. Yes, you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
They all kind of regroup a little bit. Agent Coulson sees Loki, and he's holding a new weapon that was created with the Tesseract, which does happen also before this, where Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also the Captain America finds the shield weapons that they were keeping using the Tesseract and stuff.
Yeah.
Just arguments happen before this.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of arguments.
Which I mean, it really helps set up the stage, knowing that Loki attacked at the right time. But they kept going. Coulson grabs the destroyer weapon and shoots Loki with it. But Loki stabs Coulson before that happens.
Yeah, that's sad.
That was really sad though. Like legit, he came in trying to have his moment to shine, to show like, hey, I can kick some butt too. It was so awesome. And then even Thor's reaction when he got stabbed, he's like, no, because we've all loved this guy. He's been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
He's
And
helped
you
them
also
all in
have-
some
you
way.
also have the the beginning scene where he's calling Pepper because Tony won't answer the phone, and he goes, "Wait, his name's Phil? I thought his name was Agent."
Stark, we need to talk.
But it keeps going. Thor gets released from the cage, has a few tumbles, but does eventually get out, but lands in the middle of a cornfield.
While the Hulk landed on a
barn.
debris.
It's a whole time. They end up, regrouping, and Stan Lee is a janitor.
Well, actually, no.
And also,
actually, no.
there's one moment I'd like to give a quick mention. So, the scene when Banner wakes up, after he fell inside the chamber. He wakes up in a building in near New York, and that's where a security guard wakes him up. He's like,
It's the owner of the farm. He's at a farm. He lands in a barn.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, and then
Yeah, because he's like, did I hurt anyone? He goes, no, you just scared the crap out of some goats and chickens.
Pigeons.
it was pigeons.
It was, yeah.
Anyway, the guy who's talking to him, he goes, "Are you an alien from outer space?" He's like, "No." It's so ironic because the actor playing that dude was one of the crew members from Alien who got killed by the yeah. You know the scene when he's chasing down the cat and the creature climbs down from the ceiling and kills him? It was that guy.
That's funny, though. He goes, well then, son, you've got a condition.
He does.
Yeah.
And then
You could say that.
Hawkeye wakes up in front of Black Widow.
Yep. Hawkeye's getting his, vision, memory back, stuff like that.
And then obviously Stark and Rogers argue for a bit, then realizes that Loki is now aiming for New York City.
Yep.
And then obviously, as much as I want to talk more, Lex, anything you want? No?
I just wait until I can say something.
Okay. I mean, I'm giving you the opportunity.
No, it comes.
Okay.
It goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, this is after the part where Stark realizes like Loki's about to go for New York City. They decided to like suit up, get everything going.
You know that big ugly thing in New York City?
Yeah,
Stark Towers.
Stark Towers. Yeah.
Honestly, I have my fingers crossed that someday they actually build a real life Stark Tower in New York. That would be the
definitely.
coolest thing ever. You can imagine the amount of people who would show up to that and get pictures. That's the perfect attraction right there.
Obviously, a perfect
You know?
attraction right there. Obviously, a perfect attraction.
No.
Yeah. Obviously,
Okay.
a perfect attraction.
Let's get back to the Avengers because it's
Yeah.
about to be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
They're literally teaming up, about to team up. Got the big team up coming.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah,
all
team
go on the
up is coming.
Quinjet except for Iron Man,
Who can fly?
who can fly. He lands. Hulk is like somewhere. He's like, he on moped.
Yeah. Oh, moped.
So Tony Stark goes to the Avengers Towers, talks to Loki for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Loki said, I have an army. And Tony said, yo, we have a Hulk. So
That was funny.
then Loki tries to possess Iron Man, but he said, nah, sir, I can't. I got no heart.
Ding.
And then he said, okay, fine, just throw it out the window. And then that's when we get introduced to Mark 7. which is just Mark 2 and 6 combined. No, 5. Yeah, 5. 2 and 5 combined. And it's like, oh, it's great to know. And then all of a sudden, they all come. They all land in a little bit circle.
And then
The Hulk shows up. He's like, oh. And Tony's like, yo, I'm bringing something really
the party.
big.
I'm bringing the party to you.
I'm bringing the party to you.
You're also missing the fact where he goes, "You want to know my secret cap?"
That's when he brings the party.
Yeah.
So
I'm always angry.
once he brings the party, he says, "That's my secret cap." I'm always angry. He instant transform to the Hulk, and after that, he fights everybody. Everybody fights, do their thing, classic everything. Cap saves people from terrorists attack.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man just do Iron Man things. Black Widow trying to stop the Tesseract. Hawkeye just doing Hawkeye stuff.
Can't we talk about that moment when Cap's like giving the orders and what he wants each member to do? I just love how he's like, Stark, you either turn that thing around or turn it to ash. You know, like,
Yeah.
and he's like, Hulk,
Just smash.
smash. And
after-
that grin on Hulk's face, he's like, yes.
And then after that,
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
Tony Shield sends nuke to nuke New York, but Tony said, "Nah, sucker, I'm gonna send that to space." He forgot that suit don't got space qualities like it before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Hulk falls, not Hulk. Iron Man falls.
Oh, you're missing the redemption scene.
Which one for who?
So there's also a scene in the middle there where they're all fighting, and they all. So there's a few scenes, but there's the first scene where Cap is like they each get their own individual moment, obviously, but there's the scene where Cap is he lands on a car of the police, and he goes, "I need this, right?" And he goes, "Why should I listen to you?" And then he gets attacked by like 12 people, and then
Wait,
wins.
hold
and
on,
then
hold
the
on.
officer-
12 people? 12
Ye-
people? There's like 12 people?
Yeah, there was like 12 of the aliens. The
Yeah,
Chitauri,
they all attack him at once. Cap becomes victorious. The cop's like really grabs his
like immediately, like just instantly repeats everything that
into
Cap said.
into his radio on his
Yeah.
shirt. He's like he repeats the exact. I thought that was a pretty funny.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just
that's a pretty fun moment too. All right, so
And then they get to the parts where they all start, going down one by one. What is it like? Tony gets like shot or something.
Yeah, like we're nearing we're nearing the final minutes of the battle. They're all tired. They've given everything they got. They know they can't take them all out. They need to close the portal.
Yeah.
And now keep in mind the government has decided to nuke Manhattan. There's a missile heading for him,
Yeah.
and then Stark learns about this, so he decides, okay, I'm gonna have to make the ultimate sacrifice and push this missile into the entrance into the hole.
Yeah.
And Black Widow has fought Loki, and she has the staff now. She can close the portal.
Well, Hulk fought Loki.
Yeah, and
Or
then
not Hulk, Thor. Thor fought Loki, got the staff.
while
Yeah.
Hulk
And then-
smashes Loki.
and I believe you want to talk about that moment right
Do
quick.
you want to talk about the Loki and Hulk moment?
Yeah. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I just remember playing Lego Marvel Superheroes, and one of the achievements was doing that exact thing. Taking Loki and doing the Hulk smash. Iconic scene.
That is so funny. Yeah,
Iconic.
And I like how this is one of the few instances we see Hulk talk. He's like, puny god. Like,
Second time we see him talk.
well, I mean, it's one. I mean, like one of the rare times he never talks. It's like one of the few times he talks.
Yeah, literally.
Such a bad job with the audio in that. I felt like whenever he says puny god, it sounded like he would like that.
Oh well.
Yeah,
maybe.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then Tony gets the missile into the portal. Then he has to go into space with it, and then he runs,
doesn't have a life support system on the suit.
Yeah, so then he suffocates. Then he's falling back to Earth. And he manages to get through right before the gate closes all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And Hulk saves him from hitting the ground. And then Hulk lets out a giant scream, and then that wakes Tony up. He's like, "Please tell me no one kissed me."
Yeah.
Like
Right?
that was so good.
That whole scene reminds me of like the Master Shifu scene. where
Oh,
it's like,
yes, from Kung Fu Panda.
I'm not dead, you idiot. I'm just tired.
That's right, yeah.
That's so good.
And then something I learned is that the shawarma scene actually that was filmed the day after it premiered.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then that
And
was
you-
put in for the film, right?
Yep. It
Yeah.
was called in for the DVD cut and every cut after that.
And then
That's awesome.
and then don't forget. I mean, we got a Stan Lee cameo as well.
Yep.
Yeah, superheroes in New York. Give me a break.
And then Loki gets taken back to Asgard by Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously obviously Nick Fury ends talking to the council or one of the Shield Council members. And then basically, this is basically the end of Phase 1.
Yeah, they kind of just go their separate ways and.
Post-credit scene, we get to see up in space the other who was leading the Chitauri. Well, obviously the one who was talking with Loki about the Chitauri army that was in this film. Told him that about the humans like taking on their army, and now they decide to face a challenge. To challenge them is to court death. And then we see Thanos.
Yeah, you got Plato Thanos.
You talking about Pink Man?
It's just gonna have to do it himself.
That's Pink Man. That's Pink Man Thanos. He
Yeah.
goes through a color coordination.
Actually, when I
his whole
saw
entire
when I saw it for the first time, hear me out.
He's pink.
I thought it was Red Skull at first. There was just a 14-year-old me, 13, 14-year-old
fair.
me.
Do you even Marvel, bro?
Yeah, I was 13 years old at the
I
time.
thought it was MODOK.
MODOK.
Do you even Marvel, bro?
Well, just because all you could see was his head.
You saw his purple, his pink looking self. He
Murdoch is not the most, fair of
Matt
he
Murdock?
pink. He not Matt. That's like
Yeah.
years
Murdock,
to come.
Daredevil?
Years to come. This is the end of the Phase 1.
That was the end of Phase 1, and now goes into Phase 2.
This we
which
have
will be saved for another episode.
the
for another
lineup
day.
of our new episodes will be next Wednesday, the Dark Knight trilogy. Next Friday, Phase 2. Probably like a 40. It's like 40 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, because I think this time around, since this is there was a lot to talk about in Phase 1. Might as well talk about it.
Then Phase 3 is gonna be in 2 parts in March.
Yeah.
Phase 4, we're gonna take a break from the MCU for a bit. Gonna go to Phase 4 like in April, and then after that's the regular schedule.
Yep. So, well, there you have it, folks. This is obviously we just made a record of the longest episode for Codo
Wait,
Cinema.
really quick. We didn't talk about the comedy of the Marvel and how like good it was, and how it like set the tone of the 2010s comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like so
Yeah,
dry
it kinda-
and funny.
Man, yeah, it kind of did. Like, I feel like in the early stages of Marvel, I think the comedy was very spot on. Now, I don't know if I'd say the same for what they're doing now, but I feel like in the early stages, the comedy I thought was very spot on to the timing of when it happened.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
All the jokes fit, and to me, it felt like they made perfect sense.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So anyway, I say we'll leave it off right here. Because-
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And by the way, Lex and Zach, thank you so much for joining in on this
Yeah, it
episode.
was fun.
I mean, I know it was a very long episode, but
That's fine.
I mean, but
We got a
tell
lot
me,
to talk about. This was not a light subject. You probably could have split this one up into 2 parts too.
yeah. But this is pretty good. This is a pretty good film subject to talk about.
Phase 3 being 2 parts.
Yeah, phase.
That's longer than they were.
Yeah, Phase 3 will be in 2 parts. So, but anyway, first of all, Zach, Lex, thank you for joining me on Codo Cinema. I
Yeah, it was
really
fun.
appreciate that.
And
Christian and Marshall, thank you so much for joining as well.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back before you know it. And because next week we're going to be talking about the Dark Knight trilogy, and it's one of my favorite trilogies of all time,
yeah,
and I
yep.
can't wait to talk
And
about
then
it.
I'm
It's
gonna
okay
leave-
that you got Dark
yep.
Knight Rises. It's okay.
And then I'm gonna leave you. Okay, and now it's time to leave right now for a good weekend.
I'm Batman.
Thank you for tuning into Codo Cinema. I'm your host, Mark Codo, aka Codo Man.
I'm Batman.
That is Marshall
And I am
Mathers.
Christian Taylor.
And then obviously we
I
have
am Zach Wagner.
Lex Pope.
Stay. That's right, Rashad.
Rashad.
Remember to watch movies and stay positive.
I'm Batman.